think I paid closer to 50.
Whoop.
You got the game in the system?
Yeah.
You want me to open up any Wikipedias or anything so I can spout out information?
Nope. The only Wikipedia I need is right here in this little nugget here.
You can mute it. It starts unmuted, dear. I'm sorry. You just logged in.
No. Aww. Get ditched by the cat.
No, if this is going to be used for YouTube later, you should probably introduce yourself.
Yeah. Well, I usually do whenever.
You go by your...
It's time. It is indeed time. It is indeed time, Draxus.
Oh, you're already streaming?
I've been streaming. Well,
I thought we were going to start together.
Well, the stream's been live for 5 minutes, so get your butt over here.
Oh, something sweet.
You're looking for something sweet, but I'm right here.
You're not sweet enough.
And Kaiju's just like, what the fuck? Hoi! Hoi, Sammy! That's my best Temmie impression. Chrissy, hoi! Finally.
Hello.
Hoi! Yeah, so funny thing. Like, when I said I was gonna make you guys...
Say, turn yourself back.
Yeah. Like, when I said, like, I was gonna make you guys work for it, what I really meant was, like, make
We're
you guys
gonna-
work for us to, like, get a capture card. Thing is, Trev already had one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Hi! Oh, yeah.
Hi.
You're, like, mostly in... Also, I just want to show this off. Just since, you know, I might be a fan. I'm just...
Oh.
I thought you were going to do something completely different for a second.
Nope. Nope. I'm Team Falco, by the way.
Well, I'm Team Best Girl, so, you know.
Okay.
Like, Crystal Merc won.
I'm looking for the female Falco version of Crystal while we play Star Fox Adventures.
It's weird, because, like, they actually ship him, like, he's officially shipped with a cat.
Yeah.
So, also, yeah, you guys get to see. I was checking to see, like, if there was a save file for it on this memory card, so that's why that's there.
Do you want to move the camera a little bit more in line with that screen?
Maybe. Not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily need to be, like, more in line. Oh, and yes, here's the kitty. The kitty.
Well, Nixie, guest appearance.
Yep.
We're going to interview you in a little bit, Nixie. I hope you're ready to answer some questions. Like, who is the cutest kitty?
Now I can see your kitty. Everybody can see my kitty.
I know, she's going to be like the star of the show. Completely cut off.
Whoops. Thank you, Nick. So I'll be saying, yeah, fur baby. Fur baby. ANT. Ant. So I guess just before we get started, I will say, first of all, I will be rambling. This is something that you should just expect from me because I love this game. I have played it so many times, just in my life. You can tell I'm already like, like my pressure is, and I scared the cat away.
I'm crying too, but for different reasons.
You just had spicy ramen.
Yeah.
But like, what was I saying? Like, I've played this game just like so many times, and I've spent like 13 years researching this game. I don't have a problem. You can't prove it. I do plan on staying quiet for cutscenes. That's just how I am. I don't know about this guy.
I'll be talking. I'll be
Do
doing my
not.
own subs and dubs for all the characters. I'll be best impressionist of Star Fox.
The entire team?
Nope, just Star Fox.
That's the team.
Right,
So you're gonna
because Fox is the star of the show. It
actually.
depends what language, if you put the adjective before or after the name.
I mean, technically speaking, Fox basically is the entire. He's the one who carries the entire Lilat system on his back.
Well, look at him.
Sammy can do a slip. Of course you can.
So,
and
on the contrary, as much as Aeslin's the guru of Star Fox, this is going to be my first official playthrough.
we have actually started a little bit. I think we got through Dark Knight.
Yeah, but I probably slept through half of that, so maybe I've only seen 14% of the game, not 20%.
I'm hoping that like we will get to the like at least get to Dark Ice Mines today. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So I know for sure that we will be getting through the Krazoa Palace super fast because that part is short. And I do actually plan on getting all of the cheat tokens. So, and I know where all the cheat tokens are.
I'm gonna hang out with the merchant dino the whole time.
Shabunga's free.
Yeah, we're just gonna be best friends.
Yeah, we'll just.
Alright, so I'll read the comments out to Ace while she focuses on the name. Are we sticking with the same name or three? Ant is for those 3-letter things for Aislinn and Trevor.
Yup. Basically.
Yeah, that's why we got Ant.
No creepy slow talk.
And sadly, no Chip Ant for today.
Yume isn't even going to be really playing. This is going to be a breeze for her. Yeah, it will be because I know where every single little thing is, and I can get it all like.
Alright.
There it is. Already done.
Ahusalotu woko tashkov joduk. Aktewa jimoke aduriko mitko kutsato neoke adukam. Nai ulau keu uhu. Keu jod at wuk tudwo. Mojiko!
Almost exactly. Game's audio is too loud. Oh, I'm lowering the mic. Whoops.
Nice going, Aislinn.
So I did a dumb. I was lowering the mic instead of the.
Hey, guys, do for being our sound test. Music rock.
I love the music in this game. I mean, I could also like go over like all the different like songs from the original Final Fantasy. I really like.
Originally, I told Ace we should have started with the SNES game.
But this is the one that everybody's been asking for.
I
so
know, but I was all ready to bring the SNES out for the first Let's Play. We wouldn't get very far because I don't think either of us have beaten that one.
We need more information. Slow down.
Do you really need more slow, creepy Yume? It's actually quite perfect with this, with the music that's going on.
Wait, why is the bat way over there?
Because of the cord. Yeah, that's the stuff ASMR. Here, I'll move it over here.
It's gonna make a lot more sense because then you don't have the game speaker going rated.
There we go.
Sweet.
We are going to be murdered.
That's just what I want you to think, Sammy. That's just what I want you to think.
You're on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
You're on a boat.
In the sky, no less.
Check out that tail physics.
Okay, the tail physics in this game I actually do love. Even in the original Dinosaur Planet, like there are a lot of like physics and stuff that are just like really cool to watch. Also worth noting, as soon as you get off the Cloud Runner in the original game, you fight a Sharp Claw.
It is kind of interesting though that the tail is more like a tassel as opposed to being muscular. Like she's wagging it now, but like when she was running down the stairs, she was not using it for balance.
It's got physics. I
I
love
can't
the
tell if it's the ship swaying that's causing her tail to wag right now, or her actual tail.
No, that is like her actual like idle animation. Doesn't she do ear twitches? Yes, she does. If you actually watch her ears closely, like every once in a while
Yeah.
they'll twitch. It's
We'll watch Crystal do some creepy slow talk too later on.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night and Red Eye Yumi will be in my room.
I hope not.
Yeah, if you see me in your room while you're trying to sleep, contact him, cause hold on, did her fur like disappear or am I crazy?
Yeah, it disappeared totally.
Yeah, and
Oh, she's so excited.
oh, they're always like super excited when they find you, like both of them.
Yeah.
I would say Fox especially since like you play as Fox throughout most of the game. Spoiler alert. For a game that came out in 2003. Also, this room has always bugged me. I don't know what it's for.
It's a room.
It
It was
It's
made
pointless.
for me.
like a Dinosaur Planet, you don't even come down here, so like I can't even use that excuse
But
unless. The only thing I could think of is that like they were going to move the Sharp Claw that you fight up on deck down here, and then like he was supposed to like come out of this other room. That's the only thing I can think of.
or
But-
they just were gonna add more objects into that room, but they were short on time. And it
Oh
was
yeah,
empty.
they were very short on time, seeing as how they had to completely remake a game from scratch.
So this is actually like the first puzzle of the game. Trying to get around all those boxes without getting touched by anything.
Can you play Dinosaur Planet? Unfortunately, no. It makes me very sad.
Why can't I play that?
Because there's no ROM of it.
General Scales. He
There's literally no ROM of the game.
Otaskuki if dinosaur planet. Ut neokraju ui kimo nekt.
We're gonna get the physical.
A det kunne så okay for de
There's no physical copy either. How? How are you going to request a physical copy of a canceled game for the Nintendo 64?
Oh yeah.
He seems friendly.
He's very
A real talk, he's actually like one of my favorite villains in the series. I always found him like to be this big intimidating guy.
I like his claws. He reminds me of Vega from Street Fighter.
Draxus has a crush on General Scales. Do I need to bring out the screenshots?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's just like Scales.
Yup.
General Scale!
Oh no! It's not what you're supposed to do. Okay, mailboxes.
Proces, General. Moro do Kemo.
Then what are you supposed to do with female foxes?
Not throw them overboard. They don't swim or fly.
This bitch empty. Yay!
I guess guys are totally not into foxes.
There's an entire section of the internet that would disagree with you, but I don't even want to associate with that section of the internet because that shit's gross.
Yeah. I always like fish in video games. They all have magical floating powers on land to fly around like a fish.
Yeah.
That includes squishies, jellyfish. They have fish in their names even though they're not part of the fish kingdom.
Okay, real talk, real quick. These things scared the shit out of me as a kid. I've always hated them.
I'm still scared of them.
You never even knew that they were a thing until...
That's why I'm scared.
Cursed, you may. Very cursed indeed. See, that's the first puzzle of the game.
Look at that barrel of fun. Watch out, it's coming, Grogu! Ah!
Yume, can you show us evidence of Drax's curse blow for the scaly one? Not for that particular scaly one, but for a certain scaly one. I have evidence.
Are you talking about the scaly you created?
Yes. Because people, for some reason, are fucking thirsty for that asshole.
Yeah.
Come on, blow yourself up. Nope. Okay, fine. Fuck you.
Every time Draxus thinks of that scaly, the recorder version of the Titanic song plays.
Pretty much. Now let's fucking go! How's it going, Sandy? Draxus is thirsty for all scalies. You have no... I will bring out the evidence. Like, Draxus, just remember, I legit have a folder on my phone dedicated to people thirsting.
Oh boy.
I am not lying.
I'm not that organized to have a folder for that.
General Scales is the worst scaly. I think he's a cool villain, although the internet has kind of like ruined him a little.
I like Seymour Scales more. Ooh. I would have never guessed to do that.
You didn't see the crack?
I wouldn't think to throw an explosive barrel at a wall.
You might have.
I would have told the Triceratops to run through it.
He's dying!
More reason for him to sacrifice his life for the greater good.
You're hurting, you're what? I have a folder of clip art of angry balls? What?
Oh boy. It's better than other things.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to go over here where...
Does that spawn infinite hearts?
Not necessarily hearts, but they do spawn, eggs and, dumpling pods.
I was gonna say, you instantly win the game if you just carried that everywhere with you.
You can't pick up boxes.
That's weird, but you can pick up barrels.
Yep, because the explosive barrels are the way to go.
But like 55-gallon drums in real life are very heavy. Especially when they are fit. What are we looking at here? Is that a Raichu?
Let's see. Hurry up and die so I can use it as gas for my car. Oh, I get what he's saying now. But this thing, I love this little creature.
It's a Raichu.
It's a Buffondad. Its name is literally a shortened version of Back from the Dead. I love them. I think they're adorable.
So it's a ghost electric type Raichu.
Sure.
It's kind of like Mimikyu's evolved form. That's what I'm going with.
Draxus loves furry thoughts and is thirsty for scaly daddies. Yeah, that's a Buffondad. Back from Dead. Because, you know, they bring you back from the dead. Nani?
These are good.
Yep. So, yeah, as that was, oh wait, Schnobble.
Schnobble.
Ikam. So that's just like, that's like the first secret in this game. And you don't even really need to go out of your way for that, but like, because really, this game is pretty easy. You won't really need Buffondads that much if you know what you're doing. Even if you don't know what you're doing, you really don't need them that much.
I had E.T. on that wall. That could have broke. another Triceratops?
Yep. They're everywhere here. I think we've seen. I think this is the third one we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
They all look the same. Are you sure it's not just teleporting to different locked up spots? A Dumbledang pod.
I feel like that was the file name of the object and they just used it for the name. Oh, probably. I think in Dinosaur Planet, Bofondads are actually called dusters. So there's your first little bit of not really first, but that's like the first relevant bit of Dinosaur Planet script. You went through the pillar.
Yeah.
Rude.
Jellicent. Ghost squishies.
Rude. Dumbledore? A Dumbledore pods.
Good job.
I never liked those things. Never liked those jellies.
I'm a big fan of squishies. I'm on Team Squishy now.
Of course you are. Fuck guy. This game, Trev, is why you have to dress in a flight suit and jacket on her birthday. Says Sandy.
No, but I do have my cat ears now.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Trev, you can go ahead and kill them.
Oh, but it wouldn't be okay unless you got yours too. Flames are hot. I've learned that in grade school. Don't touch flames.
I didn't even touch the flames.
Do a barrel.
But
Did you tap the L button twice?
X actually.
Oh, this game is ludicrous. I think you should remap the controller so
their fox ears don't lie. Oh, you're back. Okay.
you're ready.
Hold on a second. Here. Just real quick. We're just gonna pause here for a second.
Oh yeah.
The dino tracks you. Oh, you never noticed that he actually like watches you?
We got matching headphones. Woohoo!
It's been forever. Yeah, so the pair that Trev just put on is the pair that he originally got me, and then one of the hinges broke.
Yeah, someone wore them too much and broke them. But then I said, never fear, I'll fix them.
Yeah, and now he's gonna wear them. Breaking at the gamer gear, huh? Yep.
Yeah. Alright, now, oh yeah, Trev has to show off his Wendy pop. Alright. That's another game we do play occasionally,
Yeah.
is Don't Starve. We finally made the spring.
Oh yeah, we made it to spring.
That was a big
and
accomplishment.
then we died. Everybody died. It was
Yep.
great. Mostly, in my case, it's mostly just because well, you guys see the way I play. I play very recklessly.
Yeah, she's reckless and I am efficient.
He is the,
I'm Mr. Efficient.
guys,
Strategy guy.
guys, I'm dumb. I think
What
I
you
think it was
gonna do
confusing.
with all them badonkadonks on the screen there?
Okay, this is the one time I totally forgot that there was already a fuel cell here. Oh well.
We need more emotes. I know.
I know. I need to get on that.
I've been requesting an emote for like a month now, but she hasn't made it yet.
Keo Krisoa.
Maybe she'll make it next month.
Kutsak. Keo Uhu. Tudwo.
So yeah, next month is October.
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited for next Thursday.
Next Thursday's gonna be
No, who?
huge.
You shot.
So I've been.
Trevor's got his first handy dandy sketchbook. And we're gonna be ready for Asher's Clues. We're gonna play Asher's Clues in this house. What do you think?
Asher's clue.
Yep. He's gonna leave paw prints around the house, and we're gonna try and figure out what he's trying to tell us.
He'll be telling us that he took a shit.
He's gonna tell us, I want more treats every day.
I think more subs are required for more emotes. I will have to double check that. The poor Triceratops. Yeah, this scene actually kind of solidifies like one of the big reasons why I love Crystal so much. Like just the way that she is with this one Earthwalker. Like just how attentive she is and whatnot.
Kind of reminds me of that scene in Jurassic Park where it's a giant dinosaur dying and they're checking out the scat.
Okay, she's not. I'm okay with just this mode. Oh, hi! Guys, she's back!
What, you're only allowed how many emotes?
I will have to check. I think I can get up to 3, maybe? Yeah, she's very caring. That's one thing I absolutely love about her. Which is actually kind of fun, like, especially since, like, this is a person who, like, has lost everything, but she doesn't go towards, like, the bitter end of, like, I lost everything, now I hate everything. And just, like, the fact that, like, she actually goes out of her way to, like, help this completely random planet that's in distress.
Yeah.
I love her. But, like, she's still, like, fierce and brave and will take on things that are, like, 50 times her size. As we will see in Assault whenever we get to that game.
We will. We're gonna get there.
What can we call the Azu and Azu ship? I don't...
Azu and Azu ship? Is that like an Azu membership? Like for
No, you don't know what the term, Azu. Yeah, she is a badass.
Azu.
No, but you know what the term ship means, right?
Like relationship?
Yes, like relationship. It's like when you ship 2 characters, it's like you want to see these characters in a relationship.
Yeah.
Blue McFurry.
I like how pronounced her ladder crawl is.
I know. Yeah, she's got like quite the little butt wiggle.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cute. I love
Yeah.
it.
More reason to play as female characters in video games.
Yeah.
Like I was point.
I know.
Only you can play female characters in video games for better butt wiggles.
Okay. Yeah, Kaiju ships Azu with herself. Which, you know, is a weird ship, but I will take it.
I don't know. I still see some other kinds of relationships of Azu happening. Azu is Aislin's character for her comic series that she's making. In case any of you people watching right now don't know that.
Yeah. Azu and Siku is canon.
Yeah. Let's see.
Azu and the blue, or not the blue, the white floof. White floofy grumpy boy.
I don't know. I'm not logged in as Rockstar, so I don't get all the dashboard stuff. I'm trying to see who's on. Do we have any new faces tonight?
Oh, you're trying to see up here.
Oh, that's sorry. There's a bloodluster in the crowd.
This is the hardest one for me. I'll have to die on this.
It's pretty hard for me. Is that like a cat elephant head?
It's more of a human face, really.
Yeah, it kind of looks like an elephant trunk with cat ears from the side here.
The Krazoa are very, I get too impatient waiting.
Yeah.
Are you joking or are you serious, Annie? Because I can't tell right now.
We got a Xantnoxus here.
Oh, yeah.
We got a Draxus in the house, a Chrissy in the house, and Tails the Scout in the house, Sandy in the house, Sammy in the house, Lurks, Kaiju, Commander Root, and Bloodluster. Welcome, everyone. Zan.
Oh, I'm on fire.
I thought Sandy was serious 100% of the time.
Hey,
Hey, Tails.
it's hard to tell half the time. Hello.
So this is our first official Let's Play together.
Yeah. That doesn't involve me running off and getting everybody else into trouble.
Yeah. Well, that's more like us playing, but this is actually us finishing a game with our audience.
Yeah.
A little bit of a difference, because Don't Starve, I don't think there is an end.
No, there is no end. It's just the only end is like whenever you die.
Yeah.
Among Us when. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Among Us.
I just keep
Yeah.
thinking of Among Us
Yeah.
from Pokemon every time everybody says
Oh,
that.
Among Us.
Among Us. Look at that victory pose.
I know. She's so cute.
Did it!
I played the shit out of this game as a kid. My love for Crystal stems from this game. Same dude, like that best girl right there.
It is best
Best
girl.
best girl.
I haven't even played through this game, and I already am in love with this Foxy lady here.
I can't tell if you're serious. She's evil now.
It's Foxy and Blue. The only thing that comes close to this is Ninetales.
Yeah.
Shiny Ninetales,
Yeah.
which I have.
It's funny that you say that, Drax, is like considering what the Krazoa were really like in Dinosaur Planet. Though I grew up with all Star Fox games. I grew up with all the Star Fox games I've played since the SNES game.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will be playing the original SNES one too.
Yeah, it's just this game is definitely one of my favorites. This game and Assault are definitely my favorites.
Yeah, I like the 64 version the most, but we don't have a 64 right now.
No, I
So-
do have it on the Wii though.
We could play it on the Wii.
Yeah,
It's just not the same because you don't have the
Chaos
crazy.
you don't have the
64
awkward ass.
controller.
That's like my least favorite controller.
It's better than the original Dreamcast controller.
What? You like this game, Yumi? No, not at all. I don't know how you
She
get.
hates this game. She just can't.
Quit fucking shit. Yeah, I'll wait for it. You know what? Where's the basket? Basket.
Save the Triceratops.
I can't. He's like
Don't
in
let it
Dinosaur
die.
Planet. He actually does die on screen. Just saying.
Wow.
Like, just like vanishes and all.
I kind of want to make that symbol out of metal.
Yeah.
That would look pretty cool.
It would.
Is that a special tribe symbol or is that just fancy?
It's the symbol of the Krazoa.
Should I make a Krazoa emblem?
You good? Also, in this room, this is where you meet Randorn in Dinosaur Planet. There's your Dinosaur Planet trivia for the day.
Yeah. You know, I do a lot of things out of metal, so if I make coasters of the Krazoa clan, I'll be happy to raffle them off as a prize or something by the end of the Let's Play or something. Oh. See, if I saw that face on the wall and it was starting to talk to me, I'd pinch its cheek.
Oh, it doesn't talk to you. And
I would still pinch it.
yeah, he didn't say it was worse. He just said its many flaws without doing much to show its qualities. Yeah, pretty much. Talking about John Tron's review of this game. This game is good once you get past its flaws. Yep.
You just put like an apple in there, that'd be great. And it stops the whole beam. Pinch his cheek, he'll stop.
This is like the one disappointing thing about Adventures to me is just. Yep, the one thing that like everybody I think agrees is like the most disappointing part is that you don't actually buy 90% of the game blue. Buy for 90% of the game blue tits McFurry dream. Pretty much. Well, we won't be seeing her for like most of the game.
Oh, that would ruin it for me. I'd be so upset.
The weird thing is like
How is she like that's not an ice crystal, obviously, because she's moving around in the crystal.
well, she is still in the crystal, but bye bye. If only Nintendo didn't fuck up royally and let Rare die.
She's in the zone.
Oh, here comes that boy.
Oh, it's everyone's favorite character.
That boy's The boys!
Affirmative.
Crystal and Crystal. I always thought something was fishy. It's a visual pun and I love it.
Yeah,
Hey,
we love our
Fox.
puns.
Isn't this music getting
Oh,
on your
every-
nerves?
Everything I do is a
Favorite
pun.
Work on my maps.
Peppy is like the dad of the team, basically.
Okay, old timer.
Oh, check out that
Turn it
dude.
down, Slippy.
Okay, Adventurous Fox is my favorite version of Fox for a multitude of reasons,
Slippy. It's
but the
General
arms
Pepper.
definitely help.
General Pepper here! I have a new mission for you, Fox. You are approaching Dinosaur Planet, an ancient world
I
on
like
the
his
edge of
voice
the
way better in
Lilac
the
system.
SNES version.
As you will see, chunks of the planet have been torn from its surface.
This is the one
It's
I'm
your
used to the
job
most.
To get them back. If Dinosaur
Maybe
Planet
I'll do a little bit of
explodes,
the SNES
it could
version
affect
tomorrow.
The entire Lilac system.
Wait,
The only
oh yeah,
thing
we can do
have
the
is a
SNES
due
version, right?
Yeah.
Because
We actually have a SNES.
dinosaur tribe. Maybe
And Star
she
Fox.
can help you
Yep.
further.
I was thinking like the SNES Classic.
Been approved.
Yeah.
If you
Can't
are
do that one yet.
successful,
No.
then the money will
No.
be forwarded to you
That's our
immediately.
next month.
Pepper,
That's our long-term goal.
Yep.
You
is
heard
we're,
the General.
We're saving up
Let's
for
do it.
the Elgato HD thingy so we can.
Oh, Fox 2000s. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we are planning on getting a HDMI
Yeah.
Elgato, so we can do other games, like more current generation.
If these Let's Plays go so well and people like the popularity of it all and enjoy it, we'll move on to games past
Past retro.
past RCA cables.
Yeah.
We'll move to HDMI.
I think I may have sprouted a few gray hairs saying retro.
Retro.
Just a thought that
I know retro is an in word right now.
this game is 18 years old, by the way.
Way to
I
make
played
me
this-
feel old.
I played this game when I was 8, like just the year after it came out.
Dear, you didn't grow up with the SNES. You're okay.
I did though.
Yeah, but you didn't grow up when the SNES released.
I still grew up with it because it was my sister's.
yeah.
Honestly, I relate to Fox in this game. Same personality and everything. Fox is just so done with everything in this game, and I love it.
I would totally play Kirby Dream Land too. I like the Kirby series.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a Kirby fan. I'm better at the side scrollers. Ace is better at the adventure
Your
games.
mission takes
I'm not
place
really a
on
big fan of side
Thorntail
scrollers.
Hollow.
That's my thing.
Locate
Yeah,
the
I
queen
have
of
been
the
itching to
Earthwalker
play through
tribe.
the Donkey Kong
She will
series.
help you
Yeah.
further.
But we'll see if people want to see Donkey Kong or not.
Yeah. Which we can easily do too, because we have that on like the original cartridge. On
Yeah, we got the original. We got original Donkey Kong Country 2, but we have the SNES Classic 1 at the moment. Me being a poor gamer of my childhood, I traded in a lot of my favorite games for new games, and now I regret that.
Yeah. I may have been a bit more spoiled.
Because, you know, it's like, oh, but if I trade in all these video games, I can get a new console. Little did I know it's like, well, now I'm like 30 and wish I had all those games back.
The only time I really lost a game, like when I was a kid, would be
Ace
like from
lose games.
losing a
She's
game?
winner.
like I would, if I lost a game, it would be because either I lost it or because like something happened to the disc or whatever that and it got damaged and was unplayable.
We did fix your Melee game.
We did fix
That was
Melee.
a good save.
Yes.
That was a very good save.
You did it, Fox! Reel this down!
Oh, why the rings?
You to land! Slippy out!
They had to add some kind of challenge to this game.
Because
Also,
they were in the SNES version, that's why.
yep. They had to add some kind of challenge
Look
to
at
this
that.
game to make
You
it.
got a really good score.
I know. I got the top score. Like on my old the memory card that I lost, all of like the high scores, like or like, all the top scores, like going to the planet, you just see like all 10 rings,
Yeah, because they were perfect.
and like the be pretty high scores.
Yeah. I don't mind losing old save files because then it gives you a reason to play the game again.
Why do you have to fly through rings? Makes no sense. Other than a vain callback.
It's to show off your skills.
Great
You know?
flying, Fox.
You gotta have mad barrel
But I
skills.
thought you weren't gonna
Yup.
make it.
Very funny, sir.
Oh, I didn't do a barrel roll.
No.
Ah, I should have.
On to business.
Well, excuse me.
That is
You will open your
the most
communicator.
important thing to
Choose
do
who you wish
in
to speak
Starfield.
to, and then press the A button
To do a
contact
barrel.
one of us. Each team member will give you different
That'd be
information.
cool.
It's not
We
being
need like a
tested in
little
action.
automatic
You
button
try a
to do a
solo
barrel roll
expedition.
for your stream, so your whole screen flips really fast.
You're looking
Yup.
for Queen
That'd be.
Walker.
That'd be so fun. I know if we go to Google, it'll do it for us.
Hold on, I'm
We'll
looking
be
for something.
preparing a translator
Ah, there it is.
Oh,
When it's ready, he'll translate for you.
Okay, General. But what about a weapon? Why couldn't I bring my blaster?
It's always the same. Fox.
Where's Falcon Spaghetti?
Questions later.
MIA.
This mission is about saving the planet, not blowing it up. It
Give
requires
Slippy
a
the
different
silent treatment.
tactic.
I probably will give Slippy the silent treatment for the most part because
Very funny, sir. Fox out.
I have no reason to speak to him. I know everything about this game for the most part. Alright. We got. Oh, Yume! Oh, Draxus! What? Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got an even bigger barrel roll coming here. Hit the dinos! I-
Meow.
Hey,
Yes.
we found.
'Cause I'm one of the few adults that own Starlink.
Yep. Now whack 'em.
I'm still waiting to play through that game with someone.
Barrel. Oh. You have a fox's attention there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crystal's cameo. Yes.
Even Foxes in there. So cool.
It is Foxy.
I couldn't pass it up. That was pretty freaking awesome to see a video game come out like that.
I like how just as the cutscene ends, it stops raining.
Yeah. Because it's no longer a dramatic piece.
Crystal Fox OnlyFans. Face is the best part, so I'm fine with her being ahead. She's got a very cute face.
The burning face. Oh no, don't kill the Scalies. Draxus will get mad.
I was like, first time I played this, I thought she was speaking Japanese or something. I thought she was speaking French when I first played this game.
No, she's doing Fifth Element, River, like Lilu. Big bada boom.
Big bada boom.
Chicken good.
That combo right there, that's my favorite.
The chicken combo?
No,
Tasty
no, no,
chicken
no.
number 5.
What? You just missed the combo I did, didn't you?
Yeah.
There it is.
You know, Draxus is going unsubscribe if you keep killing the Scalies.
Fox would be dead right now without that staff. Yes, he would.
He just magically gets really good staff, right?
It is explained in the manual that he has practiced martial arts, although how he... His proficiency with the magic is another matter entirely.
Yeah.
And yes, I do like to just like roll around. Okay, since Draxus has asked me to. Dinosaur abuse.
No! Don't! You're trying to save the dinosaurs, and you're hurting them, and they're trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Don't kill the mushrooms either.
The mushrooms will kill you.
No, mushrooms are healthy things to keep on this planet.
These ones are poisonous.
Maybe.
I will beat the shit out of them.
Come on, he's such a good mushroom.
Smell the shrooms. Takeshi, how's it going?
Hello.
Oh, you
What?
feel that?
Oh, all that vibe.
This controller be vibing.
Good vibes, good vibes.
I almost forgot about the controller vibrating.
Yeah, we actually just got a wireless GameCube controller for the Switch,
Yep.
and it's been making games so much more enjoyable.
Yeah. So where's that bat? There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're getting into character.
Yes, every time when we get something new, we're gonna do that.
There we go.
It's kind of a must.
Kind of a, just a,
Look at that, you're up to like, well, you were at 13 people for like a second.
it says 13 right here.
Oh, mine's back down to 11.
Greetings from my bed, says Takeshi.
Oh.
Greetings from our living room.
Yes, this is our living room.
Oh!
We're glad to share our living room on your bed. However
Thank you
that
for the
works.
follow, Fox 2000s.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the follow.
Yumi's doing all the work. I'm just hanging out.
Honey, they come here to see your face.
I know.
Cute wolf face.
Do I have to be wolf for Halloween?
Wolf?
Yeah.
Why wolf?
Just look for like, you know, some rivalry here. Yeah, we're actually trying to figure out what we should be for Halloween.
Yep.
I know we won't be trick-or-treating or anything, but we should, you know, we gotta get ready.
And there most likely won't be any kids coming by our apartment.
Well, there's probably gonna be a lot of kids coming by our apartment, but, actually that'd be kind of fun to dress up to hand out candy.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people. Those aiming controls. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is better than the aiming controls in the game we're currently playing, though. Yeah, that's like most flying games that have reverse controls like that.
No, it's not the reverse. Like, watch whenever I let go.
Yeah.
You have to fight this
No, that's back.
hard as hell. Yes.
Most flight simulator games have
But this
controls
is-
like that.
But we're not flying right now.
Look, he's a pilot, okay? Let's just get that straight. He's used to those kinds.
Let him
of
play
controls.
with the stick so he can get. Great phrasing, Sandy, but yes, here. Play around with the control stick for a bit.
Actually, I like that. I don't know how to run and do things. so.
You can't not with. Actually,
No, I hurt the dinosaur.
hold on, let me see.
How do I go into
Here, let me see.
what do I have to aim at? What do you want me to hit?
Well, I just wanted you to, like. just try aiming with that.
But how do I shoot?
Here. Why?
Oh, why? Do I keep... Okay, what do you want then? Pterodactyl?
Yeah, that bloop up there? Yeah, that thing up there, that's called a bloop. They're nasty.
Look, I just killed it for you.
That was a little loud.
Did you see how good I killed that bloop? Is there any others that you need down?
Can I have the controller
Well,
back?
whenever you need to aim,
Thank
just hand
you.
it back to me, okay? Ah! Is that a bloop?
That was a bloop. They're nasty little
He was
shits.
kind of cute. I'm naming that one Beep Bloop.
The bats are the most hated. Sandy, I don't think anybody likes the bloops.
I like that aiming a lot.
You are the one, and I'm out of magic.
Because I was fighting Bloop. Look at that. You attack a plant and you get magic.
Oh yeah.
You want me to do it? I'm really good at that.
Is anybody there?
Oh,
Are
is
you
this Mama
okay?
sore?
My name is Fox McCloud, and you must be the Queen Earthwalker.
Yeah, this is the Queen Earthwalker. She is indeed a mama. It's the fall of the dinosaurs. I like dragons. Okay, it's kind of weird that you say that because the original version that I had of my comic was basically Star Fox Adventures, but with
Nice
dragons
name.
instead of dinosaurs.
Okay, lady, I'll bring your son back to you.
Makes sense.
Can you give me
Because
some
I was
directions?
obsessed with dragons when I was a kid and Star Fox.
Yeah, see, I never got obsessed over dragons for some reason. they didn't make sense to me why they would have. It just didn't make sense how they could fly with the wings where they were.
You've got to talk to that big stone guy. She comes
Dragons are with oil
All I need to
lizards.
know. I'll be back soon, Queen.
That,
Don't you
and if
worry.
you were to actually like think about how a real
Haven't you
angel would
finished that
fly,
translator yet?
their legs would be like drooping while they fly because of where their wings are.
Slip me out.
That would take some super strong abdominal strength to
They-
keep their legs behind them while flying.
Are you playing an actual GameCube or an emulator? Yeah, I am playing an actual GameCube. Trev had a capture card.
Yeah, that I thought was broken, but it worked. So this is a legit GameCube.
Yep. So yeah, you remember the capture card that I showed on Dom's server? That's what I'm using.
Yeah, it's a diamond brand. It's not like the
It's-
greatest RCA capture card, but
It does the job.
I think it's working for you guys pretty good.
And the boy with the purple glow.
Yeah. We literally spent 2 days reorganizing our desk just to have a TV on the desk so we can do this.
Yep.
Like literally tore all the wires out and
Like-
rerouted the wires and everything.
Killed some roaches in the process. So Sandy, like that joke that you were making the other day about like
Yeah.
the roaches territory. Yeah, it was a lot more accurate than you thought.
Yeah, but actually we've been pretty good. We finally
Yeah. We've been cracking down on the roaches.
we had a little infestation for a while and we're finally on the end of it. Oh, we got Kitty. Special guest. Oh, did you come all the way here just to say hi to me?
She's sitting on my lap though.
Oh,
Here we go.
because she just wants to stare at
Also,
me.
for those who are not familiar, this is Nyx.
Yep, she's a cat.
She is my baby girl.
A black cat.
Yep.
A black floof.
Nice little cat. She is a nice little
Should I
cat.
get the chonker?
Oh yeah. Also, if you hear like a tinfoil,
Yeah.
yeah, that's because of her.
We're teaching Nyx not to scratch here.
Yeah, she's a brat. You have 3 black cats? Black cats are the best.
I got one with thumbs.
Oh yeah, Trev's got a polydactyl. Hi, baby boy.
You want to say hi to everyone?
No, you're gonna make me say hi anyway.
You're not gonna hang out with us? He loves being held.
Yeah. So this is my baby girl. That's Trev's baby boy right there.
And she's got thumbs.
Yeah, look at his thumbs. He's like, how dare you?
I know, he loves all this.
Blow up the dino? Oh, just you wait, Draxus. Just you wait.
You want to sit on the desk? Here, I'll make room.
Yep.
Take care of it.
He said hello. It's funny because like, when I first moved, he would howl a lot at night, and it sounded a lot like he was saying hello, hello, hello.
So we make fun of him all the time for it. We make his obnoxious meows back at him.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you guys doing?
Sorry, our plants grow so fast that they could solve world hunger. Yup. Here. We don't have to talk to him right now, but we will anyway. Fox's ears jiggle like Crystal's fun bags.
Well, they had to add the jiggle physics somewhere on the guy.
It's funny because like Crystal doesn't even have like much in the way of jiggle physics, except for
She's
her
almost
tail.
flat-chested.
She's not really.
Yeah.
Not really. No,
She's got a lot of fur.
she's got boobs.
I think it's just a lot of fur.
Beep.
Because otherwise she would have to wear like 3 or 4 bras to cover up all her nipples. I like how the server got quiet with that one. think Draxus agrees with me. Crystal is flat. What did Chrissy say?
Well, Traxxas, you don't know what you're talking about. She is, I would say, she's a C cup at least.
Nah.
This
totally.
got strange.
Welcome to my store.
I think the boobs got bigger in Assault. Probably, because she's like 19 in this game, and then like, you know,
I have food,
another year
special goods, and
they get a little bit bigger.
Yes. Everybody's favorite dinosaurs.
I love Shabunga. Scarab room. Yes. Oh, a nice exit.
Okay. Thanks.
Fox is the same
If you
age as
find
I am
something
now.
that you
What?
like, then
Well,
choose
tells
that
the scout,
item,
you're a
and
lucky
we'll
lad.
discuss a price.
Here's a fun fact for you.
Well,
Uh,
Now, hurry and
their age gap is like 7 years. So is ours.
Yeah. That
He's
was actually
17
like
years
one
old.
of her prerequisites for dating.
Not really.
Yeah, fun
No.
fact.
I forgot scarabs, but you know what?
Let's catch some in the secret scarab room.
Don't spoil the surprise.
It wasn't a surprise. Everybody knew but me until I remember that from the first time you showed me. How'd you clip through that wall?
Actually, how many people? Okay, just show of, I guess, comments. Who knew about this room?
Who knew? Yes!
Wait, Sandy, did you not know about that room? Eh.
I think Sandy's just trying to get extra attention.
And the other two are gone. Yeah, so this room always gives you 30 scarabs.
Always 30.
Hold on, who is 10?
I only knew about it because I was awake the first time she did it.
Oh my god. Takeshi just shared a meme. How best the OC start out, how they become over time. Yep. This thing's got more cutscenes than a Kojima game. How's it going, Hep? Yeah, this game is very like.
Asia?
This game is very cutscene heavy at the beginning.
Yeah. I like how like they're trying to do like the Zelda, like you just got an item thing, but it's like a super long pause.
Yep. Okay. I guess should I we'll give the guys a little quick tour. So first let's start with like the most pointless room in the game, because everything in here you can get for free. And I do mean everything.
Well, you better get it then.
So yeah, if for some reason you're running low on something, you come in here.
I like the color of that room.
I can't wait until you get to the training. Oh yeah, yup.
I've been in giant freezers before for my job.
Yep. I mean, I've been in big freezers too, but like
Well,
for both my jobs.
industrial grade freezer for factories.
Meeps. Meeps. I think I was channeling my inner Shabunga there for a second. You know, maybe like whenever we get back to Thorntail Hollow, I'll show the Scarab room because I like the way Shabunga. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I was.
What the
You don't have enough
Shame
scarabs.
on you.
I want to animate an Among Us imposter on its command and it's ruthlessly killing the characters like in real life. Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, I'm moving to take floor.
I don't know anything about
That's-
that game yet. Don't spoil it.
Among Us,
Pay this much.
from what I've seen and heard, looks a lot like Werewolf. If you've ever played that game.
Kind of. I played it in real life.
Okay,
We
I'll
used to
change
do
it.
that in college.
I was not expecting that to actually work.
You just got it for mad cheap.
Because usually whenever you,
I love rock candy.
Distracting
everything involving the warp stone, it's freaking rock puns.
I kind of wanted to watch Fox eat that. Because it was so big.
Only Werewolf has a third party. The third party wants to die, and if they die, they win. You pay this much. I was so ready to like say, nope, that's too low.
Well, you
With
can always buy
Chewbacca.
something else. and
I-
plug in.
I would have to actually.
Look at that. I'm gonna snap my neck trying to climb that.
You know,
the ladder crawls in this game are so dramatic.
Yup.
I like how the grass is as tall as you in random spots.
I mean,
And then it's completely flat in other spots.
I mean, oh,
I'm just thinking.
oh look at this grass.
I'm just thinking of the game designers.
Do you see?
I'll put a tuft here. And a tuft here.
You see that that grass is actually fur. How
Imagine-
tall is Fox anyway? I've heard
Maybe 5'7".
Yeah, like one source I've heard is like 5'8", but then like I've heard another source where he's like 3'8", like short.
Maybe that
8'.
was when he was a kid.
You would think so, but then like in Starlink, like compared to humans, he is short, and I should not be taller than Fox. I should not be taller than Fox.
I'm taller than Fox by 1.
I'm 5 feet tall.
I'm 5'9".
I know. Oops. I'm just gonna like run into everything.
Yeah, what are you doing anyways? Why are you looking at these maps? I would still be out trying to find.
That's too low.
Okay, I'll sell
Good.
it to you.
I just like to have the maps just for the sake of completion.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, because, like, me, I would still be trying to kill boobs out there.
I know you would.
Because who wouldn't want to be killing boobs all day?
200 years I've been
Did you say
walking around
boobs or boobs?
Well, I said boobs the first time and boobs the second. So I said both.
Why would you want to kill? Oh.
You
Yes,
pay
you.
this much.
You gonna buy mom?
The ones that I need.
Okay, I'll sell it to you.
Only in Zero, he's like 3'8" because they're all stuck little dwarfs. Yeah, he looks so short in Zero and Starlink. But which is kind of like one reason why Adventures Fox
I mean,
It's
boobs
like-
are squishy, so they're like jellyfish.
killing boobs.
You know, the floating jellyfish in this game. That's killing boobs.
I don't think there's an ice map. Okay, I think the Ice Mountain map is just the Snowhorn Waste one. I think. Let me just. This shop is like, it's not really that much of a maze. Although, if you were to look at the, because somebody did dump a bunch of maps from like the. I'm trying to think like from the kiosk version of Star Fox Adventures. Like, so these would be maps from like Dinosaur Planet and early like adventures. The shop was actually a lot bigger. So, like, there were like multiple floors in it too. So there's a little bit of trivia for you.
Look at that. He just snaps at it.
He snaps to it.
Mm-hmm. It's your snappy snap. Fox McSnap.
A Fox McSnap. Ah, Takeshi, you have discovered the smug.
Super smug.
You have discovered the smug idiot. My nose is itchy. Why is my nose itchy?
Because you're talking to this dude.
A lovely sweetie.
It would be funny if you just stuck your little staff up his nose.
You probably could. Fox McChad rides dinosaurs by day, vixens by night.
Bother the mighty Warpstone.
He's so
1,000
Scottish.
years
I
I've
love
been
it.
left alone to rest. What do you want?
Well, can you help us?
Help you? No.
But you're a warp stone. You're supposed to help.
Bagpipes, yes.
Right. Let's see if I can remember what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Now, if you push left on the control stick, then I'll send you to one of those warp stone thingies. We'll get back
He
to
looks
that
like
in a
Shrek.
minute.
A little
If
bit.
you
little
push
bit.
forward on the
Just
control
not as
stick,
green.
then you can enter the maze.
Ooh. What a game for me.
We will go into the maze.
Now,
better
tell-
go into the maze.
I am telling you that right now, we
when
will
you
be
have
going into the
collected
maze.
a Krazoa spirit,
How so?
then push right on the control stick. And I'll send you.
A fun fact
to
about Pawn
Krazoa
Stars, the final
Palace.
price is determined before filming.
You know what
Yep.
I do. So hurry up and make a choice. If not, then press B so I can get back to sleep. Are you ready to warp?
They should add Shrek to the Star Fox canon. Please no.
Kind of like the Antiques Roadshow, where they already know the value of the item, but they gotta talk about it for like the whole show.
Oh yeah.
My parents love that show, the Antiques Roadshow.
Yep. Like every time we go up to Vermont, they're watching it.
The best part is I'm not even there all the time, and I know when it's a repeat, and I can tell them the price.
Oh, Sandy, I know you're. I don't need fan art of Shrek filling Fox's layers with ogre swamp. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, have you ever seen that video?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't scar me. I'm already still scarred by my turtle orgasm.
It's bad enough with the Shadow Shrek ship. Yeah. You haven't seen the Shrek is Love Shrek Slave?
No, I don't have time to watch those kinds of things.
I think somebody showed me that in college.
Well, in college, I was too busy showing myself Charlie the Unicorn.
Charlie. Yeah, that's tricky. He is a prisoner. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go!
Don't blow up now. That's the end of his adventure.
Yep.
Whoa.
Shrek and what? Well, that's a new one. I can't tell if that's more or less cursed than your usual. Okay, now you're getting super cursed there, Draxus. The thing is, like, I love Shrek, but the memes are just like, what the fuck?
I don't like Shrek at all. To tell you the truth, I'm not into him. And everybody's
like
gonna tell me that I'm like biased, just like everybody else that doesn't like ogres. But I'm like, no, I just don't like him. Me and Donkey would be hanging out all day.
Beep, 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 beep. Ozu and Crystal? Sandy's just like, nice.
No, Azu only has her sights for one fox or wolf, and that's it.
Siku's a fox. A fox would vent Azu into space.
Actually,
I would prefer you not ship Fox with Azu.
I was thinking Azu is actually gonna ship with Phoenix, but
I can see people shipping them. I can actually see that being an actual
it'd
ship.
be a crazy ass triangle if that happened while they're all in the same party.
I will be avoiding yeah, Azu, technically a lolly, yes. Technically. Oh. I just realized I can't even get 20 scarabs right now.
How come?
Because I can only carry 10 right now.
Oh, that's lame.
Also, welcome back, Sam.
Damn.
I renewed all the stupid until she's presentable. Yeah, good luck getting the stupid out of Azu. That's like Jesus, Annie.
Did you want me to do that?
Do what? I got it. Woo! I nearly got shot.
Look, Eve mode!
Oh, don't kill the little baby Thor.
Yeah, don't loot Scarlet. Yes.
Scale face. Pick
Ravioli,
someone your
ravioli.
own
Don't loot the
size.
free lolly.
Nichkiak. I am Fox McCloud, lead pilot of
You
the
think
Star
they would be
Fox
listening?
team.
They would have
I've come to
swung
take
that
the
mace
prince
right into
back
his
to
face if he started talking in real life.
Hey, wait!
I have failed this mission so many times.
Oh, they got their jet bike. Jet Moto, a game I do enjoy.
All right.
Old PS1 game that had those bikes and it was so fun.
Oh, you have Sandy agreeing with you.
Right? Absolutely right. Of course I'm there.
All right. If I can do this correctly. Whee! Oh no! Son of a bitch.
Would you just beat him?
I probably lost this now because he got ahead of me, but we'll see. Okay, no. We haven't lost this yet. Okay.
Jet Moto.
But usually what I... Fuck you.
Jet Moto is one of those games
Ah!
that got worse with each sequel.
Whoa.
Unfortunately. Just because the first game had 30 racers and
Oh,
the second
okay.
game
Oh,
had 4.
shit. Okay, guys, I may have lost this one.
Do I need you to play the Loser song by Beck? Yeah.
Oh, wait.
You can do it!
I didn't lose!
Look, he can fly.
Okay. Usually what happens whenever I do that part is I will make that first big jump, get into that first tunnel, stop, and then kill them both at the same time. Longest fall ever, yes.
Team Star Fox Racing. I hope they have a Star Fox.
Mm,
That would
no-
be
nobody
kind of
wants-
neat. As a Super Smash Brothers knockoff, actually having Smash Racing,
Can't understand you.
where it is all the cameos racing each other, as opposed to just Mario Kart.
Hot spring.
That would be pretty sweet.
Frozen by now. Why, you little... Hey, I wouldn't if I were you. My dad's a king Earthwalker, and he'll bash you up. I don't think he'll be doing any
I'm on
bashing.
that.
He's been
I'm on that.
captured.
I'm gonna write that
That's
to
why I've
Nintendo
been
and see
sent
if
to
we can
rescue
get that to
you.
happen.
He's been captured.
Okay, a Smash Racing game, I can
It was your
kinda
mother
see
that
happening,
sent
but,
me to
like-
find you. Is she okay?
Yeah, as far as Star Fox goes, we want like an actual
She'll be
like
just
main game
fine.
that's not
We need to
64
get you
again
home.
and not Command.
Well, they did. Rare did have Diddy Kong Racing. They should have had Fox as a secret character in it.
Fun fact about Diddy Kong Racing and Dinosaur Planet. Dinosaur Planet was originally a Diddy Kong Racing game.
Oh.
And then, at some point it became its own game. So like it still like ran off the Diddy Kong Racing engine.
Well, Diddy Kong Racing was the shit. That's why.
So there's a boss in Diddy Kong Racing called King Tricky,
Yeah.
and that's where this little guy came from.
Oh, that's Daddy Earthwalker.
Well,
Oh, yeah, because we need the 10 million different variants of Mario, but instead Fox in one game.
Octolollies. What?
I like the Octolollies, though. They're cool. You're talking about the Splatoon characters? Yeah, they're cool.
Don't mention anything about Dinosaur Planet or you may well explode. I will go on tangents.
She will. We'd have to pause the game for an hour.
Yeah, and then nothing would get done.
Yeah. We must focus on this one.
But okay, I'm one of the people who actually likes the dinosaur language in this game, but it is mostly pointless. I like the idea that they made this entire language, But then there is there's weird stuff about the language, like just random English words in the middle of each sentence that and then just the fact that they only speak it for this little it's mostly proper nouns that are in English.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it just, and the fact that it's rarely even spoken.
Yeah. If we're doing any future racing Let's Plays, I got you covered.
Really.
Really good at racing games, especially on old school consoles.
Yeah. I'm not that good at racing games.
Yeah.
I can do the Ice Mountain race, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And there's 3 races total in this game.
Racing and side scrollers, that's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Then, as soon as you get to
Hi, Tricky.
3D adventure games, I'm not good at.
I don't think there are any secrets here. Yep.
Draxus is hoping you would say more Dinosaur Planet facts. Which one would you like to know today?
Oh, here's one.
Should we have a Dinosaur Planet spin wheel?
Hold on. I'll just go back here for real quick. I realize I'm going the wrong way, folks, but just a quick one. That track that we just drove down in Dinosaur Planet is actually split into 2 maps. Just
Makes sense.
that was one of the
Saves room on the cutscene.
yeah, well, cause remember it was on the Nintendo 64, so they had to save space somehow. So they had the first half of the track, and then they had the second half, and then the part where you.
Oh, here comes Nixie.
We got a cat. Nixie, come
I
here.
think you and Tails could actually have a chat in Adventures language.
I learned how to speak some when I was a kid, just studying the language in the games. Same. Yeah, didn't know you knew much about Dinosaur Planet.
She did.
I am a walking, talking Dinosaur Planet encyclopedia. Just for the record.
Our cat. A very special cat. She likes us.
Yeah, she's weird like that. Fifth graders usually do try to give themselves legitimacy, but it's distracting and breaks the flow of stories. Yup.
I can see myself holding the key.
There's something here. Fine.
Don't leave me. She left me. Just to pause your video on my computer.
Yup.
Good job, Nixie.
There are things that I haven't even mentioned about even just the beginning of Dinosaur Planet, how Crystal basically hijacks the galleon without doing anything. Literally, Scales he grabs onto that cage, and then he knocks Crystal back onto the deck, and because the cage is metal, and his claw is metal. He gets struck by lightning and then falls off the ship. So Crystal kind of hijacks it without doing anything. So I think that what happens in Adventures makes more sense. Just because you've got this big bad guy. You want to show him that he's ruthless and whatnot. So have him actually try to kill one of the main characters. Okay, he's a threat. Okay. Also, that's a Snapback. And not to be confused with its younger cousin, the Snipluck.
I would be confused.
Somebody stop this shit! Tricky, are you crazy? Just leave the sharp claws to me. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Fox, if ever you need me to come back, you just use my heal command, and I'll be right with you.
I don't know much about Dinosaur Planet, but I do know a lot about Star Fox. It's funny because like when I he isn't sorry. When I was working with Rabbit Hole, like that was a small indie company that, and by small I mean like it was more of a startup. It's a company that I was working with for a while. But at one point, Indie Retro, hello, how's it going? Welcome. He's outnumbered 5-1. Let's attack him one by one. But yeah, I was kind of more or less the Star Fox nerd of the office. And at one point, our programmer Scott, he asked me like, "So I have a question for you. Is Slippy sterile?" Of course, I have an answer this time. From the worst game in the series, but I have an answer for that.
I'm too hungry to
Slippy
talk
is in
to
fact
strangers.
fertile.
Oh shit.
Schnubble.
Fine.
Don't ask me why I decided to talk to the Snowhorn first. Very, very fertile. Slippy has many, many babies. In the worst game, Slippy in that game actually got like the best end of the deal.
Wait until we actually play this game, and I actually do like it.
Okay, let me. This game's awkwardness comes from the fact that it was supposed to be a completely different game. Command has no excuse. Like, it is written like terrible fan fiction. Like, everybody is like, he and his 1,000 tadpoles. Blatant favoritism.
Oh shit.
Oh, come on, Sammy. Let's not go that far. Don't be mean.
Oh.
That's better. I tell you what, young'un, I'll
Like, I
help
think-
you out. Here you are, my
You two need to play the
boy.
bug game again.
This is a
Yeah.
scarab.
Oh, we will. In fact,
By
Steam's
collecting
having a sale right
scarabs,
now on EDF.
You'll be able to
Oh,
buy
yeah, the
many
new one.
useful items.
Well, it's not the new. It's
Alright.
kind of in between new one. They are working on a new one.
This is more of a Zelda game than a Star Fox game, but hey, I enjoyed it regardless. Besides, they're trying to get rid of Crystal, despite she hardly appears in any of the games, not often anyway. Again, like, Adventures in Assault are my favorite games. I hate what Command did to Crystal. Like, they did her dirty. Some people say the Goodbye Fox ending is canon. Some people don't think it. I think Dylan Cuthbert actually said that like if they were to continue from Command, they would continue halfway. I don't know how they would do that when like the game itself is like all over the place with all of its different like.
But it would be interesting to see if Ubisoft does more with Star Fox and actually make, since their Starlink kind of flopped big time, if they started just bringing in the Star Fox universe into it more, or making the sequel just completely Star Fox.
Yeah.
Just to compete with the whole Skylander thing, even though that's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah, they
Thank
could have.
God.
They could have written Command so much better, but instead they want to throw in drama. Unnecessary drama, too. And, like, you really don't see the anglers much, if at all. Because like, you could, like, they have, like, one big villain. It's like, okay, sometimes you end up fighting the big villain, sometimes you don't. It's like... I have a lot of... The cursed bullshit was stupid. Yes. That was just edgy for the sake of being edgy. Get back here! I forget which game has where one of the alternate endings has a next generation of Star Fox, but I would personally consider it canon. If they ever make an actual game, and I would call it Star Fox Nation, that'd be Command. Command is the one that that's one of 9 endings, is Fox and Crystal getting back together after fighting for most of the game.
Oh boy.
And then they have Marcus, and he stares into my soul. He still can't have my soul, but oh wait, hold on a second, I almost forgot. Big old snap black over there.
I like how perfectly cubicular this cube is
Yeah.
compared to everything else in the stage being very round.
I mean, like, it's basically like most blocks in Zelda.
Yeah.
Most of the endings are stupid, and even when I was a kid, I was like, bullshit, Crystal wouldn't do that. She was with Fox, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. It would not happen. It would not. Oh, hi, Falco.
Oh, hi, Falco.
I had to.
Yeah.
That's great.
Also, just the fact that, like, Crystal is psychic and, like, you would think that she would pick up right away. Okay, something's wrong with Fox. He's not quite himself.
Okay, maybe she's not that good of a psychic.
She
She could be
She
like
could
one of those
literally-
people that does psychic readings, but
could
they just
literally
have really
read
good intuition.
alien life forms and pick up distress signals from, like, I don't even know how far away, but
That's
pretty
because
damn.
she watches a lot of conspiracy videos, and she's just
She's a tribal chick from, like, far out into space.
and watches conspiracy theories on YouTube.
my mom saying that, what? Okay, just to give you an idea of how much I hate Command, I played that game when I was like 11 going on 12. It made me cry. I legitimately cried because I hated it that much. And usually games making me cry is a good thing.
Usually.
Usually. Went from sweet telepath to asshole, yep. Usually, like I say, if this game can make me cry, I love it. But that was like the one exception.
Yeah. Final Fantasy IX made you cry. Legend of Legaia made you cry. Trails of Cold Steel, I don't know if it made you cry.
Command tore my heart and it blood into my soul.
We played a lot of RPGs during this COVID.
Yeah. I may show you guys Legend of Legaia at
Yeah.
some point because that game, like Trev was like, you gotta play this game, you'll love it. That game is fucked,
Yeah.
and I love it.
It was my favorite PS1 RPG.
I wish I made a sequel out of it. I get that it will likely never happen, but the only time we'll have anybody ever picks up the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like of all the endings, the Marcus ending it would be the one I would go with.
Yeah.
Just because like that. It feels like it could actually continue with Marcus as lead.
Yeah, we gotta do a different Final Fantasy at some point.
Oh yeah, we gotta finish 10.
10 we started, but we're not that far.
Yeah.
I do want to finish World of Final Fantasy, because I started it on the Vita.
Ever played Chrono Trigger? I have not played Chrono
We
Trigger.
have it though.
No, we don't have Chrono Trigger.
Oh, we have Chrono Cross.
We have Chrono Cross is what we have.
Yeah. It's not even out of cellophane yet. It's just sitting there.
Yep.
It was like one of those random, oh, I'm in Canada. Oh, I see this game new
Yeah.
in the store.
At Nibi Games.
At EB Games, I'm like, Ace, we need this.
I like the idea of Marcus taking up the mantle and us playing as him, but they really squandered. They squandered everybody in that game. Just continue the lore from Assault's ending. Yes. I think what they should do is have a game based on Crystal's backstory, but who knows if we'll get that. Oh, I got. You guys didn't really see it, but I got Bafam Dad, and also Mammoth Butt.
Honestly, I'd be just perfectly content if it was another rail shooter without the adventure part.
Assault was a step in the right direction.
Because I just like shooters. I'm a big person with side-scrolling shooters and vertical shooters and rail shooters. I like bullet hells. They're fun. I'm not good at bullet hells.
But you like them.
I like them.
The fox butt. Oh yeah, there's plenty of fox butt in this game. This is actually the game that got me into Zelda, believe it or not.
If you're gonna try, you gotta go all the way.
We gotta try! Go all the way! Where did I get the other? There it is!
I was watching this one speed run of a bullet hell on Games Done Quick fundraiser drive, maybe a year or two ago. And this guy, like, absolutely mute through, like, the whole playthrough. Like, cause he was just so focused. And it was to the point where, like, cause he had, like, his friend, like, talking for him through it, cause that's usually what they do. They have, like, the couch of friends that kind of know the game, too. And the way he was playing, you almost thought, like, he was maybe had, like, a, like he was autistic or something. And all of a sudden, he finishes the game, he jumps up, he throws his arms out, he's like, woo! Woo! And he's like super excited for it. And then they pass him the mic, and he goes into this like very like professionally emotional, awesome speech about going all the way. It was so good.
Yup. Of the 10 years Fox was a mercenary, only like 3 of them were actually utilized. That 8-year gap in between 64 and Adventures was a crime. That's why they're on financial problems. Yeah, Assault is fun. I like that. You shall not. Okay. Hey guys, guess what I got for you? I've got more Dinosaur Planet trivia. So
Uh-oh.
this guy,
He was gonna be the first enemy in the game.
he's called a Bribe Claw. But in the original Dinosaur Planet, he was actually, like, the way you would get past him would be to have Tricky distract him.
Oh.
So, like, in this game, you just give him money, and he steps aside. Just like that. Just like that.
He's almost a turtle, but without the shell.
So, and I'll actually touch on Tricky's, Scrap's distract command later on. But that was one thing that he could do, is he could distract enemies, and that would be how you get past those particular guards.
Hi, Mickey. And to be completely fair, when you think about it, if we have too many games where Fox is the main character, I'd say it's time we move on to the next generation. Take Ash from Pokemon, for example, in every gen, and no new main characters. Do you want that with any other series?
I'm fine with Fox being the main character for like a few more games, and then like maybe like after a while, you know, hand the reins off to Mark. Like I still want to know more about like what happened with Serenia, because like that is like one of the biggest mysteries of the game. Nintendo is literally sitting on a story with that game.
I would have to agree with Indy. I think you should move on to the times of the new generation of players too. Like Fox was relatable to our generation, but the next gen of players is gonna want a newer Fox.
The thing is, Nintendo's not going to move on.
No, look
they
at
are-
Mario. He's like 60 years old now.
Like literally, they are stuck in a 64 loop. I think they should do more with Fox.
That's my mom.
Yeah. At some point, Marcus should take over, but Fox has a lot of potential for other stories and growth. Exactly.
I like how there's all these other dying Triceratops, and that thing didn't even take fall damage.
Yeah, Tricky just like jumps. He's fine. But he also wasn't involved in like a big battle. Go on. The 64 forever, pretty much.
Forever.
Yeah. 60 forever. Like I want to see them do more with Fox first, and then eventually move on to like his son's team.
I'm here, guys. Mission
Speaking
accomplished.
of Falcos,
Contact
though,
General
the
Pepper
one
Spray
game I
today.
wish they would
She
actually
is
bring
gonna be
back from the
okay,
GameCube
isn't she,
era
Fox?
is F-Zero.
Are you sure you've
That
finished
is
now,
so
man?
due for a new game.
Oh, okay, Nixie, don't step on that. I hope we do get a lot of
He
loose
needs my
ends.
help.
Need.
Fox out.
Yep.
Is there anything we can do for her?
Yeeted
We need to
himself.
find white grub tubs. My mom gives them to me when I'm not feeling well.
It looks like she'll need a lot.
James planted the
look
seed of the
around. See
McLeod
what we can
legacy.
find.
Fox nourished and grew it. Marcus would then tend to it and see it flower. Oh, yeah.
Tail is a flowering fox.
Fox has a very floofy tail.
Yep.
I love it.
It's kind of like Mace's, but not.
Real quick, guys. Should I go into the well first and see the Thorntail, or should I get the lantern? I'll do the lantern first, I think.
There's that
I'm just saying
awkward
mix-
ladder crawl again.
I'm just saying, at least make some room for new characters. I mean, Donkey Kong is usually the main character, but at least in Donkey Kong Country 2, you play as Diddy, which is a fresh take on the Donkey Kong game. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, definitely bring a new
I
character.
actually really liked how they did Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3.
I will say, one thing I did like about Command, as much as I hate that game, they did introduce new playable characters. Like, they brought in Amanda, Lucy, and Dash. I just wish they were in a better game. That was one...
I will say Rare totally effed up with the Donkey Kong series when they brought the 64 though. I don't know, you know, they just went totally ape shit all over it.
Don't get rid of Fox, just add the young ones. Yeah,
Or
and
if they made Fox like the general of the big ship, that'd be kind of cool.
that would...
And then you
That
play
would be
as
pretty cool.
all the younger gen being in the R-Wings.
I'll be going to sleep. Take care, you two, and have fun playing. Good night, Takeshi. Thanks for stopping by.
We'll miss you.
Okay, I'll
But we'll have another Let's Play so you can join us again.
Yeah. I personally have no interest in playing anyone but Fox. When Starling came out, I threw away the Mason statue and played exclusively as Fox.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. You know, I actually I love the concepts of Starlink. I just haven't played the game enough yet to really enjoy it. Because I've been purposely waiting for Aislinn to join me in the Starlink game. We have a backlog of games that we need to play together. A large backlog.
Alright, you son of a bitch, you stole this from me. I'm taking it back. That's too low. No, that's too low.
Oh, Falco is my main in Melee.
And yes, I'll admit Mario has been in 100, or no, too many. How did I read that as 100? Mario has been in too many games, but the bright side is that there's spin-offs. Take Luigi's Mansion. I love Luigi's Mansion.
I still have not played it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to find the GameCube version first, and then...
Yeah, I bet that's like going up in price as we speak. With all the All-Stars and stuff being Mario year.
Probably.
Fun fact, not Dinosaur Planet related.
Lame.
I was born on Mario Day.
Oh yeah, he was. That is actually a very fun fact.
Yeah. It's a me.
Okay, here, let's... While we're here, let's... How about playing a little game?
Yeah, Starlink just hit the market wrong at the wrong time.
you have to
with
collect them
Starlink.
within my time
So
limit.
Ubisoft was trying to make the next Skylanders franchise a flying game, and it didn't work. But
Are you ready?
I would have liked the game if it wasn't so much pay to play, in the fact that you need to buy everything if you want to use it.
I mean, on the plus side,
If you could naturally unlock stuff in the game, I would have been much happier.
I'll keep what you didn't collect.
I'm good at this game, guys.
You suck. Get better.
They needed on foot mush. Yeah, that was like the one. My favorite part about Assault is that it did mix the flight with the on foot. I do think that Assault is still a little. Have you not played Luigi's Mansion yet, Trev?
Nope. I've not.
But he's asking how you haven't played it yet.
How? Because back in the day, I'm not like a huge
Wait, hold on,
Mario
where are we going?
franchise fan. So I didn't buy a lot of Mario games or Nintendo character games because I usually like the darker and more longer adventure or more puzzly type games. I say that, but then I totally
Okay,
wreck
Tricky,
people in
you
Super
stay
Monkey
here.
Ball, but
I'll go search down there.
Mario as a character is pretty.
Mom,
And you will be by staying
Like
out there.
Mario is
Okay,
definitely the
Fox,
mascot, but he's not
My
the most
mom looked
interesting
real
Nintendo
bad.
character by far.
no, and things like Mario Golf, love it. It's one of my favorite games. I was so good at that game. And Mario Tennis I had a lot of fun with. And then, let's say here. Well, the reason why I'm mentioning all these GameCube games is because I didn't own a Wii or a Wii U. And I pretty much only played Pokemon on the DS. I didn't really play any other games on my DS.
Maybe at some point we'll have to play Coliseum on the GameCube.
Yeah.
He sounds like me without the croaking voice. Looks like a dude, sounds high pitched in that sense. In the Top Graper. Yep. I love Shabunga. But no, like if you want like a dark Pokemon game, like Coliseum and XD, those are pretty dark. For Pokemon games in particular.
Traxxas agrees with me. Get gooder.
Get good, Yum Yum. Boop. I like how I'm fucking up more with this playthrough because like I'm like super ADD right now. Probably a bit more ADHD, but like
Yeah, I just never saw. I saw the Wii as a gimmick right from the beginning, and that's why I kind of stopped doing Nintendo stuff for the longest time.
Meanwhile, I was like the perfect age for it.
Yeah, I was like, this Wiimote stinks.
Maybe we'll have to play Okami on stream at some point because
Yeah.
that game really uses the motion controls well.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of games to start doing Let's Plays for. We might have to kind of be on rotation, like do Star Foxes on Friday and another game on Wednesdays or something. It's gonna be a long winter, so we'll need to be entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, Okami is awesome. I love that game.
It's cool. I gotta check it out more. It's one of those games that I've always been on my list to play and then haven't played.
Yeah. Which is funny because like it came out for the PlayStation 2 first.
Yeah. I was too busy playing Monster Rancher.
I believe it.
Monster Rancher was like my go-to PS1 series. If it was like a three-way battle between Pokemon and Digimon and Monster Rancher, I was Team Monster Rancher. But again, 3D adventure game, that's probably why I didn't play Okami.
Again, I think it's like one of those games that like actually really benefited from like being ported to the Wii because of like, because it was one of those games that like, as far as like from what I've seen, it's a lot slower to paint on the PlayStation 2, whereas like Okami's like. But I also didn't own a PlayStation 2 growing up, so you know there's that.
Oh yeah, I was too busy playing Xenosaga when I owned my PS2.
Yeah. Right your way.
That
Good.
took-
Very,
that took a
very
while.
good. Excellent. I'm sure you guys have heard me quote that guy a few times.
Look at that plant. Chia.
That is one hell of an explosive chia.
Explosion.
Explosion!
That'll be an anime I'm looking forward to for another season of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, what time is it? Okay, so about... Yeah, I think we could realistically get to the end of Dark Ice Mines. Like, we're pretty much already there.
Sweet.
Well, pretty much almost to Dark Ice Mines.
Yeah.
Cause like then I can actually like really nerd out about like some of the cut stuff in Dinosaur Planet. And I do mean nerd out.
Well, don't we want to talk about adventures instead of Dinosaur Planet?
You can't expect me to talk about adventures without having to talk about Dinosaur Planet. It's just how I am.
But we gotta talk about adventures.
But the development history is so fucking interesting.
We're doing the Let's Play of adventures, not Dinosaur Planet.
It's the same game. Also, I love to just like point out, this is like one of those dark areas in this well, but like you don't really need the fireflies if you have a bright enough screen.
Do I need to turn off the screen break?
It's bright as fuck. That's what I'm saying. Alright, I'll take out...
Our cat folks got quiet. I think you're putting them to sleep in this dark area.
I would think that my shouting would keep them awake.
I said chat folks, not cat folks, unfortunately.
That's who I was referring to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite
Yeah,
loud.
I know you're thinking of all your viewers wearing cat ears.
I wasn't, but okay. Rocket boost. Why do I? Why do I hear a bloop? I always hear a bloop right there, but I never actually see one. Like, you guys heard that laughing too, right?
No,
Okay.
that was close.
That's very close.
There's another gassy plant.
That was all of them. I guess while we're down here.
Boom!
Big bada boom.
That's another game that we should probably do a Let's Play of.
What's that?
The Mirror series.
Oh, yeah.
Except it'll take us a really long time to get through that.
I remember hearing the sound effects of those bats being used in a show once. Really?
Sweet.
You know what's funny? I swear I heard the Krazoa Palace theme song in a show. In Zoe 101 of all shows, if anybody's ever seen that.
Oh man, maybe they can do a legal suit against Disney and get some money so they fund the next Fox game.
They're never gonna fund another Star Fox.
But it would be Disney.
Never gonna.
Disney can partially own the Fox.
It's like, although I am wondering if it is the same composer, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because we were playing Puyo Puyo versus Tetris, and we were looking up all the voice actors, and they're all like really famous people.
Yep.
You know, like how did all these famous people do such a simple game?
I I don't remember what episode, but it was like the one where they're like trying to win a car. Like it's like, okay, whoever takes if you take your hand off the car, you lose, and whoever like is on the car the longest wins the car. I couldn't tell you like what the episode name is or what.
Yeah.
But I swear, like during like the long like time lapse points, like they would play the Krazoa Palace theme song. I was like, is that what I think it is?
Sandy's right. A lot of sound effects and music get reused in a lot of movies and stuff.
Yep. I've heard Tricky's yawn in a few like other games and
Yeah,
shows.
it's really
and
annoying too because it pulls you out of their world whenever you hear elements from other things in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
enough
it
of the
puts a
thanks.
lot of sound
Now I
designers
need
like
some
me
help from you.
hurting to
Can you just
get
tell
into the
me
game
what's going
industry.
on?
This is all the work
Uh,
of General Scale.
Ray uses a lot of the
He
same
is
sound
ruler
effects.
of the Sharp
I believe it.
tribe, a nasty bunch of pirates who have always wanted to rule Dinosaur Planet. We have always been able to stop his attempts. But
I've heard this
time
Fire
he
Blast
somehow
all
become
over. Yeah,
stronger
that one too.
And defeated our army at the Krazoa Palace.
Right, a bad guy.
Yeah, I might start
But
doing
how did the
music
planet
streams
get in
again.
such a mess?
Yep.
Within
We'll
the
see.
Krazoa Palace,
Now that, like,
he
we've
broke the
kinda
seals
tidied
of
up the,
Force Point temples.
Yep.
I'm
Desk a
listening.
little.
Yep.
This
Studio's
planet
looking
rich
good.
with a magical force.
Should I give him a
force
little
so strong
studio
that it is
tour?
Yeah, we can
continually
give him a
pushing
little
our
tour in
world
a second
apart.
here.
Yeah.
To stop this, 4 spellstones were placed inside the Force Point temples.
Okay, that's a bit weird, but I
They're
understand.
from the moon, but that's not
When the
necessarily
seals broke,
because that was cut.
Scales entered the temples and removed the spellstone. With
Thanks,
nothing to hold
Microsoft.
back the magic
Thanks,
force,
Rare.
the planet was
What
torn
you're talking about the Sharp Claws?
At last. It
Cause like
all
that
makes
is like
sense.
in the game. Like
So,
they do
bad guy
like Moon
takes
Mountain
the
Pass does mention like
spellstones, your planet
that the
falls
second
apart,
moon crashed
and I've
into
got
the
to find
mountain.
the spellstones and bring
Which is
them
actually
back
a very
to the Force
interesting
Point
like
Temple.
origin
See,
for
Mom,
a dinosaur
I
race.
told you he was good.
Yep.
Star Fox, yeah.
My son will remain with you, for only a dinosaur of noble birth.
I love how
can
proud
in the
of himself he
spellstones.
looks here.
What?
This is it.
That's okay, but don't you think he's a bit young? I mean, it's gonna be very dangerous. Loads of bad guys, fighting, death.
He knows the planet well, and I'm sure he's shown you his sidekick skills.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Come on, Fox.
I still love
We'll
just
make
like
a
how
great
done
team.
Fox is in this
Okay,
game.
but if you mess up just once, I'll send you straight back to mommy.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
He knows the whole planet
Our
well.
spies have
I just
indicated
don't
that
like the
Scales
voice
was
for that little
last
dinosaur.
seen in
For
Dark
Tricky?
Ice Mines.
Yeah,
I
that-
know
that
the
cartoon
gatekeeper,
voice bothered me.
Gurundate, a silly fellow, but he can guide you
He's
to the
instantly so
spellstone.
far my least
Go back
favorite
to the
character
Snow
for that
Run
reason
Wastes
alone.
and find him.
I like Tricky.
And Fox, I think you'll
A lot
need
of people
this.
hate. I
The
don't mind
Sharp
Tricky.
Claws dropped it when they attacked me. Maybe it'll come in use somewhere.
Okay, enough already. Can I just get on with it?
Like he's a little bit of an annoying like little kid, but like that is intentional.
Yeah.
Like Saber's profile on Rare Thief actually says that like he hates babysitting Tricky because he finds him like annoying and spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not even close, buddy.
I like how he hasn't even hurt you yet. Let's fight.
Blocked by the tree.
That's quite the standoff.
Yep. Graphics look pretty well for a 2002 game. I know, like this game, I still think is one of the prettiest games. Like it has aged well. Like for something from
Yeah.
the early 2000s, I think it's still super pretty.
That and so many new games by new developers look even more retro these days. People don't have time to make full-scale games anymore, apparently.
No. And also, one thing I love about this game is just how fuzzy Fox is. He's a fuzzy boy.
Fuzzy boy. How fuzzy was he?
Super like you can see every single strand of fur on him. That's a floofy boy. I love it. And just one reason why he's a floof boy. It's just one of many reasons why this fox is my favorite fox. And also, like, again, he is just so relatable. Like, he is just, like, so done with life.
Look at that, your physics.
Yep. Yeah, his fur looks so cool.
How fast his head jiggles.
I know. Yeah, Tricky swims like super fast. I remember like when I first started getting into 3D modeling. Like I have a picture of it somewhere on Facebook, but like one of the first things I did was I tried adding fur to my models. I never really got the hang of it though.
I guess you gotta figure it out. I was trying to make a pun and it didn't work.
You tried.
I tried.
Must be nice in the winter, but then he sheds in spring and it makes a mess. You think that'd be really itchy for him? Like shedding all that fur and the...
I think animals would just lay on the ground and flop on their back until the fur is off them. Just,
Well,
like,
he'll
just like a dog. They just kind of roll around like Jed.
Or maybe he like gets it all off like in the shower or like just brushing it.
The Sharp Claw have imprisoned me in this infernal cave. If you can bring me frost weeds, I'll be strong enough to get myself out.
I like how he sticks his
Perhaps
trunk
the
out,
young
but
prince
he's still
can help
talking
you.
with his mouth.
Hurry, boy.
I know. I think he actually restarts that animation of him like putting his trunk out for a second. Okay, Tricky.
That one actually hit me.
I know. Every combo!
It'd be cool instead of blood when he got hit, his fur knocked off, you get fur physics.
Okay, the weird thing about this game is that like it's in its rating it says that there's like blood in the game, but I have never found blood in this game. Like I'm not the only one. Nitro Rat even is like this game says that there's animated blood, but I've yet to see any. Also, that might be the fastest I've ever done that. Amazingly.
Wow.
Oh, what did you not understand?
This is
Fox?
my friend Fox McCloud. My mother sent us to find you.
Well, I am Garunda Tay, Spellstone Gatekeeper of Dark Eye's Mine.
It's kind of cute.
We're looking for a spellstone.
A spellstone.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
It is my duty as a gatekeeper to guard the land from which a spellstone is forged. General Scales took the spellstone.
I like how
Discovered
decked out
that I
his
was a gatekeeper.
Yeah, he's
He
the
gave
leader of the
me an
tribe.
ultimatum.
Yeah.
Allow him to take the spellstone back into the sacred land, or he would destroy my tribe. I could not risk the safety of the entire planet, so I refused to help. My daughter did not think this way, and so to save the tribe, she opened the gateway herself.
Cutscene
Scales did not destroy
we don't get
my
to see.
He enslaved them instead. My daughter dishonored me. You must search for the spellstone within Dark Ice Mines. and return it to the Volcano Force Point Temple.
He's like, but I'm
Only
already
then
taking care
will
of
the
this little
Spellstone's
Triceratops.
power be
But
returned.
his mission is
I
to
will
put the
open
planet
the
back
gate.
together. That's the whole point. Also, don't ask me how he knows how to do that. But oh, hi, Snaplack.
That kind of reminds me of my wallpaper on the back of my
Oh,
desktop.
you penis monster.
My little dick monster.
Oh, I forgot that I did not. Yeah, any trees that you see in the Snowhorn Waste, you generally want to kind of cut down. What? Pep or Slippy?
Come back when you need me.
Okay.
How do you hate those things? They're cute.
What things?
They remind me of those little tiny finger lizard monsters from when you were a kid.
Oh, with the snap?
Yeah, remember when you were a kid, like the quarter machines would have like little tiny monsters
Oh.
you put on your finger?
Oh,
And they wiggle
that's
around?
a Snipluck. That's a Snipluck.
Someone knows what I'm talking about.
Snipluck spit at you. Snaplax
And they have
will...
like little TVs.
I know what you're talking about, I think.
That smelled weird.
Okay.
And if you're a kid, you had to chew on them.
You're weird.
Fine,
Tricky!
fine.
Get your ass back here. Tricky, what the fuck?
He's trying to be tricky.
It's being very difficult. Boy!
I know, he's got an exclamation point and a question mark. And now Z's. Oh my god.
That was the grubbed up
Like,
sleeping.
this guy is just a mixed bag.
Yes, he is. Oh yeah, okay. That was Bafomdad. Here's more Dinosaur Planet trivia for you. So it hasn't really been confirmed, but this cave was most likely the original entrance to Dark Ice Mines. Now you have to fly to it.
Well, just fly there you go, Norwin.
Yeah, that's... Well, now we have to fly to it because of reasons of the planet falling apart. You know, next time we're in Snowhorn Waste, I'll... hold on, actually... If you don't fly to it, it's not Star Fox enough. I've kind of mentioned this a few times before. I actually have made like this, made a document of like, if you were told me like, okay, here's Star Fox, like we're gonna make Star Fox Adventures, or remake it, and you know you have to make some changes to it. What would you do to change it? One thing I would do is, for one, I would have the planet like gradually falling apart more and more throughout the story.
But he's fixing it.
Well, yeah, we're fixing it, but
If it's falling apart faster than he's fixing it, then how would he save the world? It would still be breaking.
it would still be breaking, but like before we get before the end of the game, like the planet falls apart because like it's still
Yeah, level designers would love you.
okay. I'm trying to like figure out how to explain it properly, but it's the point is to add a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
So like, okay, the planet's falling apart faster and faster. We gotta move faster to fix it.
Yeah.
Have it start out as massive fissures, then slowly they start breaking away.
He should also call more of his team to help him out here.
Yeah.
He's kind of doing this solo.
Oh, that's one thing is that. Okay, I think I've mentioned this earlier in the stream, but when I was a kid, I somehow missed that one scene of Crystal getting stuck in the crystal. I would have had her like join Fox throughout most of the adventure, and have her gameplay be more puzzle based.
It'd be interesting if she told Fox where she was first, and then you rescued her first before the rest.
Here's what it like. I don't know if I should say right now, but like, there's kind of like a point where her powers like come in hand, like, are actually a point. Like there's a plot point. She wasn't supposed to be. Wasn't she supposed to be in the game a lot more? But they ran out of. She was supposed to be in the game a lot more, in Dinosaur Planet anyway. Although she was supposed to join you either for the last fight or the second last fight, which is barely a fight at all, and I'm still salty. I will never not be salty about that. You'll see what I'm talking about. Thank you for dropping onto my head, Tricky.
Do you need me to get you some salt licks?
When we get to that point, maybe.
Okay, I'll get a little salt.
But there is actually like dialogue of her like actually talking to Fox like near the end of the game. That does kind of suggest that she was supposed to join you for like the second last fight, at least. What? How to blow that up?
Yeah.
I played this game like 7,000 times.
I would never think, oh, maybe in the waterfall there's a crack that I need to blow up.
Well, it even like tells you like access your inventory here. Also, I don't know what it is with this inventory in particular, but this is like my favorite inventory system in any game. And like when
That's because this is your favorite game, and all games should have inventory systems like your favorite game.
But like this was actually like the kind of inventory system that I had in mind when I was when I wanted to make my own game, and I'm going the wrong way.
It's time to start doing some Unity streams.
I'm not that good at game development. Come on.
You can figure it out.
I can make things move and I can make things pretty, but I can't code to see. I mean, that's why I downscaled it like immensely to something a lot simpler, like a comic. Yeah. I've got like so much cat hair on my nose. Itchy.
Sandy says Crystal got cucked in Adventures, and that's why she got her revenge in Command. Super salty, Crystal.
Super salty is one way to put it.
These are definitely some reused sound effects.
Yep. Also, I will forever love how Tricky is just like, in the cargo hold there. Yeah, and that's another reason why I would say like have the planet break up more and more throughout the game. Would be because like you would use the R-Wing more.
Yeah.
Let's drive the R-Wing, boy!
Brings to open the gatekeeper's force field.
Oh, yeah, just gonna say hi to the meteorite strike wed. Flippy shush. I missed two.
Yeah, what's up with that? I think you should do a full reset from this one. Start
I don't
over.
think I can't.
time that I turn the console on and off and start over.
I haven't even saved. Which I probably should.
That's what I'm saying, because you missed a ring, you gotta start from the beginning. If you're a speedrunner, that's what you would do.
Yeah, well, I'm not a speedrunner, so I'm not even going like for the best scores ever. Oh shit, the cargo isn't pressurized. Ooh. That's a better score than last playthrough.
Yep.
Yeah, last playthrough we only got back from, I think we just got back from Dark Ice Mines. Like,
Yeah.
we're just back in Thorntail Hollow.
I think I
Some-
missed Dark Ice Mines completely.
Cause somebody was sleeping.
Yep.
Sleepy, sleepy boy.
Yeah, I need at least 6 hours to survive.
Where are we going?
That's usually like the most you get if I don't make you
I'm
sleep.
a sleepy girl. On work nights, staying up till midnight, and then being up at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, I see you there, Blue. When you play Assault, I'm going to be like, why when you release the R button, like, sleep can I eat?
Yeah, I got plenty of extra sleep for everyone to eat. You're talking to someone that averages like 5 to 6.5 hours per night.
If I don't make you. If I don't make you sleep, you will.
Yeah.
You would stay up all night if I let you. Like, I actually make him go to bed at 10:30.
Yeah, that's new for me.
Even-
After years and years and years of not going to bed that early.
When you play Assault, I'm going to be like, stop, he's already dead, you may stop. Oh yeah, that'll be fun, because I love that game.
Looks like more people want you to play Assault.
Oh yeah. But first, we gotta play this one first, because this one comes first.
Oh.
Redundant to thy name is Yume. Rip Pan. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I hate Panther. Oh, you rude little.
They're cute, don't kill the mushrooms.
But they're food for the dinosaur.
The dinosaur can get it himself. He knows the planet well.
In before Furies and Furries and Flurries whinges about how he's the best character. Yeah, Panther, the best way I can describe Panther is that he makes me want to zip myself shut. I'll leave the rest to your imagination, folks.
That's deep.
Not Panther, he's not getting deep.
Shut up.
No woman would let him get deep. Trouble.
Thank you for releasing me.
You know,
If you're heading
all
down
those
into the mine, then
fox
please
jackets
look out
she
for
has in
Belina
the closet,
Tay,
they
the
come with
gatekeeper's
zippers.
daughter. She didn't
I
mean
have
to
a
get
one
us into
fox
this
hoodie,
mess
and
by telling
it's a
Scales
pullover.
about the Spellstone. She did what she thought was right.
Fox like
Please help her.
Okay, lady.
Oh, like
Keep
that.
a lookout for her.
The
This
yellow one I
might
have.
be of use
Yeah.
to you. I found it while I was working. It looked important, so I hid it from the sharp claws.
I think Trev is enjoying the item get animations.
Yeah. I know they're secretly doing it too at home while watching.
Oh, you know, I can't deny that I would do it all the time myself when I was a kid. So yeah.
Yeah, but not for your audience. I'm sure they would like to see you do it at least once during this time. There's another finger puppet monster.
Yep. That was more of a pinky monster. What crevice did she hide it in?
That one.
Oh,
Remember those things?
kind of. Very weird looking. Also, just saying,
Okay. Oh, I'll go back.
I love how the cogs in this game, like, when you get it from the Snowhorn lady, it's super tiny, but then when you put it onto the machine, it's huge. If you could choose a world from any game, what would, like a
Chrissy
world to,
getting deep.
like a world to live in, or
Oh yeah.
oh, guys, this is a moment where my ADD is just like.
Oh, I gotta think about that one for a little bit. Well, we know Ace's answer already.
It would either be. I'm trying, like, if not the Lilac system,
World, not
Yeah,
universe.
it's still a world.
No, you gotta pick one planet from the lineup. Will it be Corneria?
Maybe Aqua's.
I'll be right back and go look at my game collection. I'll come back on the name.
Got like a hair in my mouth.
Should actually look at my game collection instead of this world.
Zonus. Not Zonus, not in its current stage of like being polluted as hell. Beautiful beaches on Zonus.
I am forever in your debt.
Yeah, they had
See
beautiful
your
beaches
little
on
friend
Zonus.
as you
Correction,
learn
yes,
his
Danny.
flame command.
Although by the looks of it in Assault, like it looks like they have started like cleaning it up. Like they have like bulletin
Go
boards
on,
for it,
youngster.
like
Give
Zonus
it a
cleanup
go.
project. Like Fortuna might have some. Fortuna, very well could.
If I wasn't so exhausted, I could help you through the main gates. I need some food.
What'll be another world? I would say maybe the Bionis from Xenoblade, but yeah, people in that world tend to get eaten by robots. So, you know, if I wasn't so fucking lazy, I'd help you through the main gates. Oof, Sandy, oof. Breath of the Wild, Hyrule is gorgeous. Agreed. Like I got Breath of the Wild like recently. I know, I'm very late to the party. But I got myself a horse. It's a nice blue horse. And I am maybe it's because the last RPG that I sorry, Tricky. The last RPG I played had like very like rigid horse controls. But Breath of the Wild is spoiling me with how good its horse physics and controls are. Like horseback riding is one of those things that I used to do like on a regular basis when I was a kid. And I actually had a pony. Her name was Sherry. And actually, I miss horseback riding. But like, I'm so far like with Breath of the Wild, I'm having fun with it, and I'm also having fun with the horse controls, because I like horses. Tricky, get your ass over here. I'm trying to feed you. Okay, fine. I'll fight this guy instead. A Netflix movie. Yeah. One thing you will notice about this game, like anybody who is like unfamiliar with this game, one thing you will notice about it is that the combat is very repetitive.
Flame.
Oh, he's got. Hope we can at least get an SF game for Switch.
Oh, which game?
Oh,
Oh, Star Fox game for Switch?
yeah.
You got it. It's Starlink.
Like just Star Fox, not with it. Because Starlink is. It's basically an original game with It's an original game with a Star Fox cameo. Is basically what it is. Tricky, eat. Tricky's a dragon, yes.
I think the most relatable world I would pick is SSX3.
Isn't it basically just the real world though?
Yeah, but it's got definitely less gravity than ours, and that'd be pretty fun for. It'd be fun if we just lived at a ski area and your job was to snowboard all the time or ski all the time. And then my other option would be Alice Madness Returns. That's definitely a cool world.
It's a cool world, but I feel like everything would be trying to kill you.
Yeah, but if you're not Alice, then you're probably not trying to kill everything else. Otherwise, it's Super Monkey Ball, because you got infinite bananas.
That game's world is very weird.
And it's a very basic world, no problems.
And
It's pretty much a utopia of games. You can't really die because you have the power to float anyways. And then Disgaea 2 would be because you can never get bored in that one.
Oh, I think I just figured out another world. If not the Star Fox universe, I would probably want to live in the Pokemon world. Because for one, I want my Typhlosion.
Yeah,
And-
but I don't know. Pokemon feels like it would be too much work if you're not on an adventure to be going to the Elite Four. You'd just have a normal job there and stuff.
I would still have a super-powered flaming badger.
It'd probably
And
only-
probably even
based on Pokemon game standards, it'd probably only ever get to level 20 your entire lifespan, unless you're the main character. That's one thing that bothers me about the Pokemon universe. The trainers never get really stronger, except for in Ruby. Where once you beat the game, the trainers actually leveled up their dudes, and you
Yeah.
can rebattle them.
But also, you know, I would like to have like a giant metallic raven that I can just fly on.
Pretty cool. That'd be interesting to do, not necessarily a Let's Play, but if we actually did do Pokemon battles against some of our viewers.
Yeah.
We'll do team battles. I'm in the big debate right now whether to transfer my DS guys to my Switch or not.
Imagine being in the Star Fox universe, getting killed by the Invader of the Week, and then retconned. Oof. That's another. I would say Golden Sun, but that's very iffy on if you even have powers to begin with. And like if you don't have, if you can't control synergy, then like you're just a normal person. You can't even see like their magic in that world.
Phantasy Star Online would be a great world too.
Oh yeah.
That would be like, as an MMO choice, it would be Phantasy Star Online.
Yep.
Because-
Phantasy Star Online, like the one of very few MMOs that I actually like enjoyed.
Yeah, because everybody's just chatting away, and then they're like, "Oh, you want to destroy stuff for some money, so you can buy more clothes?" Okay.
Zelda has horse riding. Adventures has mammoth riding. Yep. It gets even better with the Earthwalker. Riding the Earthwalker is probably my favorite thing in this game.
See, No Man's Sky was kind of a contender, but not really. because it's multiple planet.
What would be another world I would live in?
But the reason why I picked Alice Madness Returns is like that's like one of the first adventure games that actually made me stop to check out the scenery in the game because it was that good, that pretty.
Yeah, that game is really cool looking.
Really pretty. You even played the Madness Returns. You've been doing the first one.
Oh yeah, we've been doing it, and that.
The first one looks primitive. The second one looks amazing.
Good thing Fox saw that cutscene instead of waltzing right into the killing field with Sharp Claws. The Sharp Claws had set up. Yep. I don't know how the boy saw all that, but what would be another game's world that I would live in? Probably not Legaya's world because that's basically a zombie apocalypse, but with
Yeah. Well, once the trees are set free again, it's not so bad.
Yeah, unless you live in Concrum.
But you wouldn't want to be in that world because you gotta look at like people are dealing with just basic daily life.
Yeah.
Because you're not the. You gotta remember, if you're in their world, you're not the adventurer. You're just living in that world.
Yeah, and most likely a zombie for the most part. That game basically is a fantasy zombie game.
Yeah.
Without zombies, more like these creatures are going to control your brain. Fox has some serious hops. He does. I wish I could jump. I can jump like maybe like half a foot at best. Probably a Harvest Moon type game. Preferably one without love interest, so the main character doesn't come in and fuck my wife. Oof.
I would not want to be in Animal Crossing world. I think their speech would drive me nuts.
It drives me nuts when you do it.
Yeah. You know, everybody loves Animal Crossing, but the second you start talking Animal Crossing, they hate you.
Only because you do it specifically to annoy me. I like Animal Crossing. I don't like it when you imitate them.
I learned their language.
Did I kill a Snaplock? Or Snaplack? Secret weapon time. Andrew's voice in that line was kind of funny. Yeah. Andrew has a very strange voice. Again, that'll be fun when we get to Assault, because that game is... Oh, there's the, Is that a Snaplock or a Sniplock? I want to live in a Monster Hunter world, or the world of Divinity... Was it Divinity 2 Ego Draconis?
Yeah, you gotta remember, like...
Yeah, you gotta look
it's fun to play Earth Defense Force, but if you were living there, you'd be dead in like a day.
Yup.
So you wouldn't want to be in Monster Hunter because you'd probably be dead in a day.
Yeah. Time to put an end to our relationship. Die!
You gotta remember, most video games, it's hard to pick video games because most of their worlds are not peaceful.
No. Okay, like that's one reason why I would pick like, you don't necessarily need to be the main character to be a badass, more or less.
Yeah.
Even randos can be, like, it's not a crapshoot for if you have powers or not. It's just,
Yeah.
here is a ball, tuck it at a wild animal, and it will be your pet, and you can train it to fight. You can transform into a dragon in Ego Draconis. Ooh. Oh.
That's why I like Monster Rancher a little bit more. Because you actually have a relationship with your pet instead of just making it kill other things.
I done goofed, guys. Also, I swear, the Sniplooks are, like, teleporting. Okay. guys know, like, the Let's Play, like, I'm sure you guys have heard of the Let's Play curse, where, like, you can play a game, like, perfectly well when you're not showing it to others, but as soon as you hit that record button,
Yeah.
which reminds me, I did not hit the record button earlier, like an idiot, but I think I can download it after from Twitch.
Okay. Otherwise we have to do this whole thing again, just to upload it. I have to memorize my lines.
Hilarious. But no, like, I swear, like, it really is a thing. Like, as soon as you start, like, actually playing a game for an audience, that's when you, like, start making, like, weird mistakes that you normally wouldn't make.
Yeah. Actually, I changed my mind. I would want to be in the Tetris Puyo world.
The Tetris.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that probably would be a lot of fun. And we're both pretty good. We're good at Tetris, Puyo Puyo, not as much.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We actually beat that game in a week. It was pretty satisfying
Puyo Puyo Tetris.
to actually beat a video game
Yeah.
together. We keep picking all these long RPGs and actually beat a game in a few nights was nice.
That Snipluck teleported, I swear. I thought I saw like a comment like appear on your end and then disappear.
Well, it did appear. It said, "Welcome to the chat." Like I got disconnected or something.
Twitch be weird like that.
No, there's more. No.
What would be another world? 'Cause again, like the thing with like a lot of these worlds is that like a lot of them, everything is trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Trying to think like what would be.
You'd probably be hanging out with Spyro.
Oh, probably. The purple boy.
And then you gotta think, like, you're not the main adventurer, so you wouldn't be, like, traveling and doing as much shit as them.
Yeah.
So you might be stuck in one town in that world.
Although Breath of the Wild, a lot of like random characters do travel a lot.
Yeah.
That is one game where like if you're a random NPC, you're not confined to one space.
Yeah.
You do travel.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in a Zelda world.
Especially since like Breath of the Wild has the Guardians that will like kill you from like
Yeah, you'd be dead
Two-
just trying to
300 feet away.
Just trying to pick berries.
Yeah. And like a lot of like travelers in that game just get attacked by random monsters.
That's why Phantasy Star Online makes a lot of sense because you're choosing to go down to the planet.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'll start over here, I think.
Flame. Flame.
You gonna win?
Flame.
Yep. I have actually lost this challenge before in the past. Not gonna lie.
Flame.
This next room, by the way, is one of my favorite rooms in this game. Oh, he's having a drink.
Yep.
Asher's having a slurp.
Sparkly.
It's super sparkly. Yeah, I love this room too. And also just like this little starry bridge. Like that, just like a lot of like the really mystical stuff in this game was just a huge inspiration to me as a kid. And like we haven't even seen like my favorite area. Wait, you hungry, Tricky? Here. I wish Fox would acknowledge the obvious magic he's witnessing instead of just going with it.
Yeah.
That was probably more like... That's probably just evidence of like Fox being like pushed into Saber's position. Because like Saber's dad was a wizard. Like that's one thing like from Dinosaur Planet that is actually said like right off the bat, like that Randorn is a wizard. So Saber would have been more used to magic. Fox, on the other hand, should not be used to this. Tricky, what was in those mushrooms?
They're going to a dance right now.
Yeah. You know, on the note of Saber and Randorn, like, for those who are like unfamiliar with like some of the character backstory, the main thing about Randorn is that like he had two sons, so he had Saber and then one other, and the older brother was killed in battle by Crystal's people. Not necessarily her group, but he was killed in a war against the Vixens. So Wolfens, Vixens. Wolfens took that L. And, so then Randorn, he ran out in grief, came across Crystal's camp, killed Crystal's family. She was the only one who got away, and then Randorn adopted her out of guilt. So, yeah, like she doesn't know that he killed her family. But like, then he found like this little 6-year-old just by herself, and it's like, oh shit. Randorn's an asshole. It's like, well, on one hand, I understand his anger, but on the other hand, it's like, yeah, he's an asshole. And he keeps that secret until like the end of Dinosaur Planet from the sounds of it. There are actually like sound clips of him confessing, like, I killed them, I'm sorry.
There goes Tricky.
Yep.
Well, cats are always adorable, no matter what they do, even when they're assholes. I have to look at my cat when I say that.
Yep. Yeah. Yours is an asshole, mine's a bratty brat.
Yeah.
Crystal should have put her staff in sideways and then extended it. Oof. I can see that being a very conflicting situation for her as well, because like they did have a really good relationship in Dinosaur Planet. But again, Randorn did a very shitty thing.
They usually do. Maybe I can help until he does.
And that little tidbit about Randorn is actually one reason why I have obsessed over Dinosaur Planet as much as I did. It's such a dark plot point. It's messed up, and I love it. I'll take a magic crystal, thank you. This is like this is the second of 3 times that we get to do one of these. Although you can actually ride the one in Ice Mountain again, just for the hell of it. Yeah, and it is actually like, I'm sure it was like a proper mini game in Dinosaur Planet, because it's more of a proper race and not like if you lose, the Sharp Claw are gonna beat you to death. Cheat mode. Stay down. What? Okay. Fuck it. Eat it.
Doing good.
Good. So another thing about just this area in particular, the atmosphere was there was a lot more atmosphere anyway. It was a lot more ominous in terms of like music and all that. Love Dark Ice Mines. I love Dark Ice Mines too. You're making a little gaspy noise.
Yeah, I was getting ready for this part.
The whole aesthetic is nice. I like it. Yeah. Again, like, if you look at the 1 hour clip of Dinosaur Planet, they crank it up to 11. Like, if anything, the GameCube version of this game is like a lot more toned down. Although there is still some rather fucked imagery like this. Excuse you, sir. How dare you? Yeah, that was the last one. I needed to fight. There's a lot in this game that was like really toned down from Dinosaur Planet. Why did that make me laugh so much? Wait, what made you laugh? Excuse me, Sora's Fox.
Yep.
That's just how I do.
Yeah, she does that in public too. Sometimes I have to just hold her hand to keep her from doing it.
You're hilarious.
I lost you in the blizzard. Some sharp claws found me and threw me in that stinky cell.
Oh, hold on. There's only one way off of this.
Yeah, I'm in the process of a new video game where you travel across many different video games.
Whoops.
And you lay the treasure chests for all the adventurers to find.
Yeah, this is an idea that Trev has.
Yeah, because like every RPG just has all these random treasure chests in all these places where only adventurers would find. And they always have stupid items in them.
It's always like, who's putting these here?
Who built this chest? Why is this generic chest in every game?
Yeah, why is it like in the middle of the woods?
Yep. Why is this one in this person's house
Yeah.
and they don't care that you're walking out with it?
And who stuffed an entire fucking bird into a chest?
Yep.
That was like one thing in Legaia that I was like, who put an entire bird, like an entire, not the phoenix down, not the phoenix feather, the entire phoenix
Yep.
into a box?
So who caught the phoenix? Who put it in there?
And how did they like? How is it still Phoenix's immortality? But still,
Yeah.
just many questions.
So I just want to make a game about the guy who actually preps all these adventures in multiple games.
Yep.
So you're literally kind of like Saint Nick across all these different RPGs, like laying the treasures down for these people. Well, today I'm just gonna put a mint leaf in this chest, but they're gonna have to work for like an extra half hour to
Who
get
are
to
you?
it.
I am Fox, and this is the Crown Prince of the Earthwalkers.
Fox is quite
We've been
flammable.
sent
Fox
by the
is quite
Snowhorn
flammable
Gatekeeper
indeed.
to find the spell
Inari,
stone.
how's it
Do
going?
you know where it's
Oh,
hidden?
look, it's an Inari.
My name is Belina Tay. The gatekeeper is my father.
The-
Did he send you
This
to
fox
rescue me?
is on fire!
I'm sorry, Belina, but he feels you have betrayed the beliefs of the gatekeepers. We were only sent to find the spellstone.
The old fool. I had to save the tribe. If it wasn't for my father
Yeah,
being a
Firefox.
gatekeeper, none of this would have happened in the first place.
That's what I use.
Yep. Also, I swear she sounds a lot angrier in Dinosaur Planet. I have to say something every time.
Yep.
You guys came for the ramble? I'm gonna give you the rambles.
You got the rambles.
Got the rambles.
Look at that, you're up to 13.
Yep.
Hello, all 13 of you.
Up 13. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum,
Belina, are you there?
Oh, yes. There's other people in this chat that think this is their favorite dungeon tip.
Yep. I would say Cloud Runner Fortress is. I would say either. Yeah, Cloud Runner Fortress, and I also like Dragon Rock, mostly for the Earthwalker section. Yeah, Cloud. That area is super pretty. Yeah, they're all good. What they kept was pretty good. There are definitely parts where I'm like, okay, this could be like way better. But like, I would say Dark Ice Mines is probably like for a first dungeon, it's very polished. Like for what, it's very polished and it's very solid for what they had going. Come on. There we go.
I kinda like they grow when they hit the
This is-
water.
This is my most hated part of the entire game, the iceberg jump. How's it going, Mr. K? So, Crystal
Oh.
Archive there, he runs an entire,
Another finger puppet monster.
yeah. Crystal Archive, or Mr. K, he runs a Crystal dedicated fan page.
Oh,
Yep.
very cool.
It's pretty well known.
Well, who wouldn't want to be a fan of Crystal? Let's put it that way.
Okay, here I go again making like dumb mistakes. This, again, things I would like have done like no problem playing on my own. As soon as I turn on the camera, that's when I start making the stupidest mistakes and skipping things.
Crystal Archive agrees with him. Well, I guess he supports all the people that agree with him.
What I don't support is you pronouncing archive as archive.
Archives?
Exactly, Crystal is the best. Yes. This section is very pretty. And I also like how like creepy the music gets in the Dinosaur Planet version. You're welcome. No, Slippy is the best. Archive. Oh, go away. Oh, okay, you see what you did, Bloop? You made me... You made me miss my iceberg.
Ace's anxiety level has gone to 9,000.
Yeah, first try. Now let's see if I can keep up the trend. Cause again, like my ADD has been like all over the place
Yep.
with this playthrough. Cause again, a lot of these things like I can do like first time no problem.
Yeah.
When it's just me playing.
I think it's just you rusty with the GameCube controller.
It's not that I'm rusty. It's because it's more so I'm forgetting to do certain things.
Ah.
I think it's more so I go on tangents and then I forget what I'm doing. I always get nervous on camera. Yeah, it's not necessarily that I'm nervous. It's just used to mispronounce Hobbes from Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh yeah. Some words I mispronounce on purpose.
He does. Yeah, he does it on purpose. It's not that he is. It's not that he can't pronounce things.
Yeah.
It's just he just does it to annoy me.
No, I'm a person of phonetic language, as opposed to how it's written language.
Ta-da! First try.
So rigid. He's gotta limber up. He's gotta do some goat yoga.
Goat yoga. Probably run by an actual goat in this universe.
Or a dino.
Well,
That has a herd of goats on a farm.
there are no goats on this planet though.
Yeah, last night was a thing. We actually had to look up why people choose to have goats as pets versus other
Like-
farm animals.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was just that goats are cute. That's literally the only reason I had pygmy goats.
Yep, I've been making fun of Fox's ladder climb this whole stream.
Emulator or GameCube hardware? GameCube hardware.
Yep, we are on legit cube.
Yeah. Trev had a capture card from like years ago.
Yeah, just a couple of years ago, but for some reason my computer
Melina,
rejected
you
it and didn't
made
like
it.
it. So
It
it
hasn't
never
been
worked
easy.
for me.
Now where is that spellstone?
But it works for
My
Ace,
father
so we're
didn't say
getting.
exactly where it was, but he knew that General Scales had hidden
I'll
it
call that a
somewhere
long-term
close.
investment.
Look carefully. I'm sure you and your little friend can find it before they do.
And
Time is short.
if people enjoy the Let's
find the
Play so much,
spellstone.
we'll save up for the
HDMI.
HD one so we can start playing
Oh,
other consoles besides RCA ones.
yeah.
Well, that's fine with us. There's a lot of old school games we need to play through anyways.
Yep. After this, it'll most likely be Assault because I love that game. We may have to play the multiplayer of Assault too,
Probably.
because that game actually does have like really good multiplayer.
We might have to alternate. Like maybe I'll do a Let's Play of one game, and while Ace is my sidekick, and then I'll let her do a Let's Play of one of her games, and that way we have a little more variety.
Okay. I gotta remember the pattern.
The fun part too is I have the Game Boy player on my GameCube, so we technically have all Game Boy Advance games and Game Boy Color and Game
Yeah.
Boy games.
Whoop.
We could play old school Pokemons.
Elgato Game Capture 4K 60 Pro works well. Yeah, we actually we were looking at that earlier today.
Yep.
We just don't have one.
Yeah, we figured that could kind of become a sub goal or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put up some goals
Yep.
tomorrow probably.
Which, by the way, a crystal model might be a goal. Just
Yep.
putting that out there because I have been getting back into 3D modeling.
Then you can fulfill Sandy's fantasies of Azu and Crystal on the same screen together.
Oh, good God. Sandy would go crazy over that.
Yep.
But he's also asked me if I plan on modeling a certain awful scaly, so you know.
Yeah, I'll model that for you.
When will I make a Hanako model? I believe in you and Ari. You
Do it. Do it. I support you.
Could you guys play at least one on Zonas? I could never unlock it. I would have to unlock it all over again, but
Which game?
this is Star Fox Assault. You
Oh.
can play on Zonas. Now 3D Hanako, yes. Agreed. Traxxas. Just do it!
Do it.
Make your dreams come true!
Go all the way.
How does Fox hold the binoculars when he's holding the barrel?
Don't ask.
Yes.
Magic.
The answer is yes. Yep. Yep. Don't let your memes be dreams. Hanako's waifu. Hanako's super cute.
She is. I secretly have to check in on Nori's artworks just to get Hanako updates.
Yeah. Well, right now Inari is working on like a little like short mini comic of Hanako and Elise taking on some Nagahame, or is that Nagahame? I think I said that right. You correct me if I'm wrong, Inari. Yeah, and okay, the concept art that Inari came up with for Elise's winter coat has me squealing because it's so cute.
Well, yeah, I think I saw it.
Yeah, because like she's got like this big puffy coat. It's adorable.
Yeah, I told
I'm
Ace.
like water. My eyes are starting to water.
I've been telling Ace we need to think of a mascot-like character for her series. Because it's not a series unless you have a mascot in it.
Probably easier to make something simpler to learn basics, like Kodama, or like a Kodama. Yeah, there are definitely like some tutorials online of like that will kind of get you started on like simpler objects and things like that.
Yeah, like cubes.
Yes. Well, I mean, like the first thing that we made in college was a box like this, which is literally it was just the texturing. I like how the snowball just faces right through me, but you know.
It's not even hot. It just.
Have you ever thought of doing art streams or something? Your art is cool. Thank you. I actually do art streams more regularly.
Yeah, this is actually our first Let's Play official stream.
Yeah. It's just I took more time off than intended. That's all it was. But next week, starting Thursday next week, I will be doing. I'll be doing Inktober.
Yep. And so you'll be seeing lots of Ace art.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And we got some cool stuff rallied up for that.
Yeah. So like the way I'm doing that is it is all kind of relating to like my own project, but like just following the Inktober prompts.
Yep.
Yeah, Inktober, like anybody who's like looking to improve their art, I do recommend. It's good for getting into like good habits.
Yep.
Good habits, and also just trying things that you normally wouldn't do.
Like me, because I'm so like scripted into just drawing circles and squares. I forgot how to draw things.
Yeah, he like that's what he does for his job.
I draw in CAD all day, so.
I did legs. Oh yeah, that's side roll, right? Oh, what do you mean that didn't count? Okay, once they get knocked down. Yeah, roll left or right, then smack. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just do a barrel roll.
do a barrel roll.
Yeah, I figured this Inktober I'll actually start drawing a little bit more again, because I used to draw a lot. I used to teach art and stuff,
Yep.
and then I stopped.
You used to teach kiddos.
I No. Then I stopped teaching kiddos to draw circles and squares.
Wait, you want me to just jump down? Like, just jump all the way down to the bottom?
I mean, Triceratops doesn't get hurt.
Fox will!
Fox has fall damage, and a little tiny Brontosaurus doesn't have it.
I cannot roll. Oof. Just
He's like, you got fall damage?
only half a heart.
No, but you're a little tricky coming up to you. Got fall damage?
You're fine.
That's like so weird.
Yeah,
Give him Valley Girl talk. He would sound so
oh
much
my
better.
god, that's so. Fox is.
I know the world well.
Oh, for Tricky.
Yeah,
I
but
thought you meant
Tricky
for
a Valley
Fox.
Girl would be great.
I left you something in general. Cape Cod, you won't oh no. Oh
Go
no,
on.
what did you leave me? Uh-oh.
Oh, you're riding a mammoth.
Oh, I know what you're talking about here. Oh yeah, it looks like Wallace. It looks like Wallace from behind with sagging ears.
Oh boy.
Alright. We're about
Is this
to.
a boss?
This is the boss.
Why? Don't hurt him. He's so cute.
He'll eat me!
I want to make him my pet. And pet the thingy.
Vortex. Fox has hollow bones confirmed. So for this boss, I found if you don't attack the insides, he just spits you out and you have to do it again. Yep, that has happened to me. But we are actually going to get into one of my favorite pieces of trivia about this game.
This is actually a boss for a different video game.
Well, yeah.
This is gonna be in Donkey Kong.
Well, you'll see. Crystal actually doesn't fight this. I think the footage of Crystal fighting the Galden is actually just like from early on like before they had Saber properly implemented. But I will show you guys. Because this Dark Ice Mines was Saber's level. Tricky, you stay. Galden will actually focus on Tricky. You see it? So, in Dinosaur Planet, Tricky had the distract command, which I did say. Oh, shit. Tricky! You betrayed me! So.
Supposed to be Crystal boss fight?
Not really. It was meant to be Sabers, but, there's the catch. But when the distract command was a thing, you would have to have Tricky distract Galden, and then you would attack Galden from behind. So it's kind of a leftover.
Sandy says, you've forgotten more about Dinosaur Planet than anybody has ever known.
What do you mean I've forgotten more about Dinosaur?
Than anybody's ever known. Keyword.
I literally... Better not wake But no, like, Galden, like, being focused on Tricky like that is a leftover from Dinosaur Planet. Since Galden was supposed to be distracted by Tricky, so he's still programmed to follow Tricky instead of Fox. Sacrificing children. Oh, this trick in the book. Did you find that out from the audio files? Not from the audio files, but from the 1 hour footage.
He sleeps to the 1 hour footage every night.
Because, like, in that 1 hour footage, you can hear Crystal say, distract him. And Galden focuses on Tricky, so. Choke it to death. Yeah. I'll have to go back over the audio files. I haven't listened to those in a while. Yeah, it is.
You know, Crystal totally ahead of you, has all the audio files on MP3, so they kind of listen to it while they drive car and stuff.
Nom. Did something long and arduous. I did super quick mini sketches of all the yokai. I know, as if they were auditions.
Oh, cool.
Like, as if they were auditioning for the game.
That's funny.
He did something like that with his main villain before. It's like the big intimidating guy, but he looks so like dorky and adorable. Good night, Sammy. Thanks for stopping by.
Good night. Come back again.
We'll see you later. Yeah, shooting Doji.
Oh, you must forgive your father. You must work
Actually, I
together
haven't
to
seen
lead
any
the
of the
Snowhorn
yokai
tribe
series
against
at all.
Scales instead of fighting
But
each
Yokai
other.
Watcher.
Yeah.
I will, Fox.
But
Because of you,
and I already
my
just talked about
people shall
yokai in
no
general.
longer live as
Oh.
slaves.
Yeah, not Yokai Watch, just
I don't know my
Okay,
yokai.
we'll see you soon. We
Okay,
gotta
tonight.
take this spellstone back
Next
to the
one.
planet.
I guess I know a bunch
next-
from watching Triple X Holic.
And this little thing here, if she had two tails, she would be a Nekomata.
Hear that, Nix? You're a runt. And you were just formed from birth. You're supposed to have two tails.
Everyone kind of wants to see an open universe Star Fox now. I think that would be pretty neat. Maybe one day Star Fox will innovate again rather than retread the paths of others and themselves. It's so good when we're not retreading Violet Wars for the 5th time. Yep. And she would be able to use necromancy and enable corpses as puppets. She would rise the dead just to give her treats.
She'd be like, wake up, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Although no, that's more Asher's thing. She just likes to scream at me from the counter.
Yeah, Asher wouldn't be smart enough to raise that. He would just lick things to death.
Yeah. Even the cute ones are terrifying. Yep. In Japanese mythology, everything is trying to kill you. Everything. Unique missions are the spice of life. I still want to see them tackle Crystal's backstory. In, I think Slippy's is crazier. But no, I want to see them tackle Crystal's backstory in the Star Fox game, because that's one huge loose end.
I don't think that's making another Star Fox and call it a day.
Yeah, there are two total.
Right, but what I'm saying is that would tie up a lot of stuff. And then you get the adventure, and it takes a lot less funding to make a comic than it does to make a movie.
But people would still want a video game. Although, I do still find it interesting how Kid Icarus Uprising was going to be a Star Fox game. Which makes sense because I did get like Star Fox Assault vibes from that game. And I love that game.
Yeah, I still haven't played it.
It's hilarious. From what I've heard, yeah. Can Crystal mind control people? As far as I'm aware, no. The Dreadnought and the Walker guy were great the first time, then you fight them 10 more times.
Because programmers can't think of that many different boss fights to come up with.
If Crystal was a Tenko Kitsune or even possessed by one, she would have something better than necromancy and telepathy. Foresight. Ooh. Ooh. That'd be interesting. She can practically mind control Fox.
All girls got mind control. Oopsie. Like you scared the cat away.
I didn't do anything.
You used your mind control and scared Excellent.
Crystal has long distance empathy, possible near future prediction, and maybe psychic high speed learning. Considering the fact that she learns how to pilot an R-Wing in like a year at most.
Stop crying. I'll see what I can
Yeah.
do.
I don't know. I mean, you picked up how to drive a quad in like a day.
Barely.
So,
But like she also like for her to like go from like random tribal chick to like professional with Team Star Fox.
I think it's doable in a year.
Yeah. Like not even just the fact that like she learned how to do it, but like mastered it as well.
Yeah. You got not as many other things to worry about in a year's time. You learn it.
She was spacefaring before she got to Saria, probably just not a fighter pilot. Probably. Get over here. Oh, now you're taunting me. There we go.
I mean, I don't see too many other Fox folk here.
Nope. I think like the only Fox people you see in the entire series are Fox, James, Crystal, and if you count the original comic, Farah.
So,
I think that
so that makes them aliens on any planet.
well, Crystal especially since she's like from like way out there. You only need 3. Oh, and if you want to count Marcus as well. I know where I'm going. I've played this game before. Farah's dead. Oh, woof. Oh yeah, and Vixie. So, total 6?
Pretty popular then.
Yeah, she died too. Yep.
Okay, so Fox and Crystal are like their only choices for future generations.
And I'm out of magic.
Slippy's not too worried. He's got thousands.
He actually does. Like at the
Fox is on the endangered species list.
Fox?
Imagine if he got captured and put in a zoo.
Or a circus. Like some kind of freak show. Background characters in Star Fox Zero Battle Begins. Most of them are dogs. I think I saw like maybe one cat? Maybe one in Battle Begins? I don't know, she looked like a cat to me anyway. Yeah, cats and dogs mostly. Yep. Corneria is mostly doggos.
Corgi area.
Corgeria. Corgeria. Yes. I approve this pun.
We could do a Fox meme of just all corgis on Corgi area.
Corgeria.
What are we doing right now?
Right now we are working on lighting the torches, or the beacons rather, because the Thorntails are afraid of the dark. So I have to go all the way out here. Open this. And then I'm gonna go back for those fuel cells. Rude.
What do you think once we light it up, we should pause the screen.
Probably.
That way we're starting off on a good spot for next time.
I did what I got what I wanted done, so, which was, you know, get to the end of Dark Ice Mines.
Yep.
You know, it's funny how, like, they're saying, like, the Sharp Claws put out the beacons, but, like, the rain doesn't.
I don't know. I've seen, like, gas torches in the rain.
Those aren't gas.
They'll do fine. Well, of course, it's not.
Burn the weed. Just check. There are dogs, cats, foxes, possibly a koala, and wolves. Possibly a koala.
I want to see the koala.
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 Koala. Get back here. Get back here. There you go, Tricky. It's in the distant background. Oh yeah, there are monkeys too, but what a llama. I enjoy drawing a llama. You don't see llamas often. Humans.
That's good. That was human.
I don't like the idea of humans in the Star Fox universe.
It's kind of like Mario being surrounded by humans.
Like realistic humans.
Like why?
Yeah.
The beacons mean
We
so
have no
much
choice
to my
now.
tribe. Please take this. I believe it will help you on your quest.
I have a fuzzy in my mouth.
We did it.
We did do it. I like how you lit the lanterns on the thunders. Again, the only thing that puts out the beacons are the Sharp Claw. Any other time, like if it's raining, they're fine. Waterproof fire, Dad. Oh, yeah.
Oil on water.
Actually, you know, that would make sense if the fireweed tree had like its own like if it had like its own like flammable oil.
Like sand.
Yeah.
Makes a lot
Like-
of sense. I mean, like Vikings were like the first to use flaming oil on water. Fighting for offshore battles.
Yep. Oh. Let's see. How much percentage? What's the percentage?
General Pepper here.
29%.
Your
Guess
current
it's like
mission
a shot.
status.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're gonna get through another 30% next
Don't
time?
let us down.
Probably.
I
This
know
game's
you
pretty
can do
short,
it.
so
Okay.
it's short. It's easy. And I know it way too well. Do I want it? You know what? I'm going to do something real quick before we end things. Short.
Chop.
Yeah, it's like this game is pretty short. Especially like considering like how much bigger it was going to be, with like all the different like going from 6 spellstones to 4, and then like 8 spirits down to 6. What was I doing again? Oh,
No idea.
I don't remember.
There'll be 20 scarabs, and I'll give you a
Only if you know what you're doing. Yeah, pretty much. When I was a kid, I got stuck on this game a lot. On the dumbest things. But I still got stuck on this game quite a bit.
Oh, you're a cheater. You're cheapskate.
Cheats. I don't need business from skates. Get out! I'm slow. I think it took me 30 hours the first time. I think it took me about probably it took me like a year at least because I had no idea what I was doing, and I was an 8-year-old kid, so you know.
Yep.
You're mocking me. How dare you?
Well, look at me. I'm 32 and I still haven't beaten the game.
Well, you
Are you
barely
ready
played the
to
game.
walk?
I shot things with the aim.
Yeah. Okay, this guy, for some reason, likes the aiming reticle for the Fire Blast.
Of course, it works great.
I hate it.
I like that it auto retracts too.
I hate that. The insane difficulty curve doesn't help. Easy, suddenly hard, easy. Yes. And we will get to like those suddenly hard parts. Cause that
So far it's been easy. This is all mind control here.
Test of fear. Oh, you know what? You know what, guys? We should get him to try the test of fear.
And I'll give you
It's not really a test. I have no fear.
I will make you try it. Because that part of the game is notoriously hard.
I don't even know the controls.
A keyboard try. Like, I probably won't even get it the first time. Yeah, left and right. That's basically all you have to do for the test of fear.
Oh, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah. But it's not as simple as you would think.
Oh, I'm good at when it comes to music games, and all you need to do is up, down, left, right. I'm good.
The test of fear, fuck that. Yeah, Draxus.
I'll just do a Tetris battle and show my Tetris skills with my left and rights.
My husband, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I did not get the fuel cells that were in the cave at Ice Mountain, but oh well.
I have to go around Tetris.
Maybe. Haven't done one in a while.
Yeah.
Times 1050. Okay. Yeah, I think here. I'm working on a high-res recording of Test of Fear with no indicator on the screen. So you mean I will actually be able to watch the cutscene without like my eyes just automatically focusing on the bar? Because like even when I'm trying to just watch the cutscene, that's where my like I can't take my eyes off that bar. I've been whipped.
Thanks for stopping by, Fox.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for stopping by.
We're gonna start doing this a little more often.
Yep.
Had they get organized these past couple weeks.
Yeah, like the desk has been a mess.
Desk is looking good now, though.
Yeah, it's my side is still a little bit messy, but you know.
It'll never not be messy. I'm just speaking truth. My side's clean.
But yeah, I'll be getting back into art streams next week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I'll do some more modeling next week, I think. And then Thursday, we'll be switching over to Inktober. So you guys will. Oh yeah, it's good. Where'd mine go? I bought a fresh sketchbook. So
I might just do Sharpie-tober.
Sharpie. Well, that would still be Inktober because you're using ink.
Yeah, that's better than lead. That's better than lead-tober. Or graphite-tober.
Yeah, and then again, adventures we'll try to do more often.
Yep. Yes. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll start doing music streams again.
Yep. Like at least once a week, I guess we'll do adventures.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this all week, so.
Yeah, we'll definitely do Let's play once a week.
Yep. Yeah. And we'll see like how. Oh, I already saved.
Yeah.
I made sure to save.
And then maybe I'll start a let's play. So I'll be at the controls while Ace talks.
Yeah. I've been like super distracted this stream because everything gets my attention and then I forget what I'm doing. But
yeah.
I think that's part of the fun.
Part of it.
Yeah, just me just going full ADD mode. Yeah, we'll be back again Monday afternoon.
Yep.
Oh, and I do plan on making the Inktober streams longer than usual.
Yeah, we might have some co-op streams where people can join us, like in games like Don't Starve and EDF and MMOs, where it's more just chill and play.
But I think that's about everything.
Yep.
Yeah, we will see you guys Monday afternoon.
All right.